Can't delay the stream. It is what it is. It's just poor timing. Let's put it that way. All right, let's move on to the next screen as we're going to proceed with the game with Dual Destinies, and I've been looking forward to this all week. It's the highlight of my week to do this.
Yes.
I'm very
Yes, you're very what?
excited.
Yes.
Excited.
He's
Yes.
just very.
We just can't hide it.
We
Also,
are very.
We'd like to see that screen as well.
Yeah, give me a second.
Although, no, you know what? Just in case, maybe. Yeah, we would have to, because I don't know how.
There's no other way to do it.
Yeah.
All right, then, there we go. All right, so let's get on with it. So, last time, who wants to just briefly recap what happened last time?
Last time I threw a guy.
Yeah, you threw a car.
Previously on Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies. We went to a village.
Yeah, you went to the village. There was there's Tenmataro, which was like the bird thing. There was the nine-tailed fox, but like he's this big. In the town is called Nine-Tails Vale as well, and like they make a big living off of the yokai tourism. And it was founded by Japanese immigrants. It's not important, but it's important to me that you know that. And then I think also, oh yeah, the alderman's murdered. We forgot that.
Oh yeah, the actual thing which we're trying to solve. Yes, of course.
Yeah, the thing we came here to sort out.
Yeah, the mess we're here to sort out.
Murdered, and the suspect is the alderman of the neighboring village, the Tenma Town.
Yes.
And as we talk about this murder and everyone, here's Athena looking cheery as day.
Yeah, she just threw a cop at another guy.
Because she's like, yay, murder!
The fact that she can throw a cup kind of designates her as like she can kick my ass, and that's okay. She can probably kick any of our ass.
Probably can.
For
Let's.
sure.
Let's
Most likely.
Let's proceed. So we've already spoken with Athena. Let's move to the gardens because, of course, we've not been there enough. Oh, I guess there's more. Oh yeah, we can go elsewhere. We can go to the fire. Yeah, they actually introduced new arrow keys so you can scroll through locations. A revolution for this game, believe it or not. Shocking. Foyer. That painting
April 17.
is something. Go on.
That's
sure
excessively big.
April 17, QB Manor Foyer. Do you hear that? It sounds like a TV or something. Oh, look! There's a TV in a little room in the corner.
Don't want to take the TV?
In other news!
Oh. There's two actors on this show.
And they can't decide who's going to talk first.
The amazing double actor duo.
Back to you, Divot.
Thank you, Bear. The mysterious, back to you, Bear.
The mysterious masked wrestler, the amazing Nine-Tails, has been confirmed missing according to sources close to the wrestler. It appears he disappeared sometime after a special event that was held in Nine-Tails Vale today. He also failed to appear at match today when he was scheduled to defend his title. Local villagers say his disappearance may be connected with Tenmataro's secret escape.
So that wrestler's gone missing. All right, who wants to take Finch? I think his name is.
It's Filch.
Filch, that's it, Filch.
Argus?
No. I don't remember his first
Who
name.
wants to take? Argus Filch, I think is his name.
Are you sure?
I would say, I don't know,
I
is
think
Phoenix
that's the Harry
in this
Potter
one?
character. I think that's the Harry Potter
Yeah.
character. And Phoenix is not in this one. Phoenix is like, if he's in this one, he's barely.
Thing is,
So maybe then.
Argus Filch is Harry Potter character.
oh, that's why that name came to my head.
Yeah.
So for
Phineas. His name's Phineas.
Phineas, that's it. Phineas.
Phineas
That's
Filch.
He just waited to introduce himself, but we had to guess it.
Yes.
Okay, so character,
I can
kind of
take him.
slimy, kind of Del Boy-esque style character, I guess.
Oh, Del Boy, holy crap.
What esque?
Del Boy, like a market trader, bit of a lad, you know.
Pin of a
Blade.
Blade.
I don't know if
Well,
would know the reference.
No, I don't think Bear would know.
Maybe
the
Lemming.
reference at all.
I thought this is a Lemming character.
Lemming, do you want to take this?
Hi, you two. You don't belong in here.
Don't worry, there's nothing suspicious.
How about them horns of yours? They look mighty suspicious if you ask me.
Horns? That's my hair. Anyway, we're lawyers and we're here to...
Ah! Oh, yeah, this is me. You're them lawyers come to defend me and Tenma, ain't you? Should have reckoned that with all the expensive looking bracelets you got there.
Thank you for the follow there, Cool Key 666.
The name's Phineas Filch. I'm trying to get my monitors worked out here. I'm the caretaker here. Pleased to meet you.
Same here.
Whoa, talk about a quick change of heart.
So tell me, demon lawyer. Bet you use them demonic horns of yours to scare the bejeebers out of witnesses, huh? Come here, you know.
These horns, my hair isn't meant to threaten anyone.
They ain't. Seems a mighty big waste of perfectly good horns, if you ask me. Then again, ain't none of my business, so...
That was fast. Guess he's done with me.
I check your wrist, Apollo.
Well, I best get back to work.
You're missing something, sir.
Yeah, keep in mind that the word filch means
Hold it!
steal.
Oh,
Yes.
right there.
Yeah.
Huh? Me?
Yes, you. Apollo, your bracelet's gone.
There we go.
There we go.
Don't you worry, Mr. Lawyer, sir. I'll check the lost and found later.
He has a-
Somehow I don't think that'll be necessary. Just check your wrist right now.
Ah! The cat's out of the bag.
It was barely in the bag in the first place.
Now, why didn't you notice? Why did it take me to notice? That was a pretty pathetic attempt.
I managed to get it off the wrist. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
You sure you are.
I just couldn't control myself. Please forgive me. I'm begging you.
Did he just snap his neck to look at us?
No, it's fine.
I almost feel sorry for him now.
No, you don't.
Suckers.
What should we do about him, Apollo?
Kick him into the sea.
Well, I got my bracelet back, and he seems sorry enough. So
You only seem sorry you got caught.
Yeah.
I knew you'd understand, Mr. Lawyer, sir. You obviously got a big heart. As big as the wad of cash in your wallet, I hope.
you leave my wallet out of this.
Oh,
Hey, didn't you just finish apologizing for stealing for us?
run away! Run away! Head for the hills! I'm out of here.
Back here, you!
Talk about a quick escape. Looks like he
It's my
dropped
specialty.
looks like he dropped a few things. Looks like a pair of diagrams. This was the crime scene, and here's where the foyer.
He left his shoes behind, too.
The guy's the living definition of a bumbling thief.
Let's hold on to his shoes. We can give them back next time we see him. As for the diagrams, I say we keep them.
Oh, who's the thief now?
Look like something the police might
Shush.
draw. Wonder where the caretaker got them. Crime scene diagram added to the court record. A diagram showing the crime scene of the crime. Of course, dummy. Foyer diagram added to the court record. A diagram of the foyer, dummy, including the office used by the caretaker, Phineas Filch.
Hey, be kind to yourself.
No, I'm just stating the obvious, you know?
Yeah, but still.
Oh, bless you. Now then, as I recall, the fox chamber should be at the top of those stairs.
We're doomed.
April 17, QB Manor. Fox Chamber. Whoa. Where did all these black feathers and weird tracks come from?
That's a lot of ketchup.
The pop.
The
Oh
popular,
no, that's your.
the
never
pop,
mind.
yeah, as I was saying, the popular opinion seems to be that they're from Tenmataro.
You mean the great evil has returned?
If he did, I'd be laughed out of the courthouse trying to indict him.
Hey, who are you and what are you doing here? This is a crime scene!
And who are you? Are you with the police?
I asked first, who are you and what are you doing here? On second thought, I'm placing you under arrest for disturbing a crime scene.
Under arrest.
Save it for the boys back at HQ. Now come quietly or else I don't want to be late for lunch.
Please wait. We're Tenma's lawyers.
Well, why didn't you say so? So you're the lawyers I heard about. I almost took you two in. You two sure were suspicious, though.
I don't know how many more times I can take being called suspicious in one day.
Sorry, we didn't catch your name.
My name? I'm Bobby Fulbright,
No.
the heroic detective who defends our good citizens from evil. The champion of justice, who comes running whenever you're in need. And my catchphrase? It's in justice we trust.
Why do you have a catchphrase?
Oh boy, this guy is a story and a half.
I like
Say
how
that
he
again.
says, "In justice we trust," and yet he's about to arrest Apollo Justice.
Yes, but remember he's saying it quickly.
So, what can I do for you?
Wait, who's in the bed? Who's in the bed?
Of course, we'll get that. So,
Okay.
would it be okay if we had a look around?
Certainly not. No unauthorized personnel allowed.
Couldn't you make an exception?
Cease and desist at once, or you'll have to deal with my little friend here.
Oh no.
Yikes, is he reaching for us?
In justice we trust.
It's just his badge.
So
You
his
may
little
be
He's
friend.
going
as
Scarface
attorneys,
on us,
but you
that's good
still
to
need
know.
authorization to cross a police line.
Very
So-
similar to the fake out with Bad.
Yeah.
I'm just realizing, and I believe it's the same people who are in charge of the investigations games who did Dual Destinies and Spirit Justice. Don't quote me on that. So like, yeah.
Well, it works really well too. But that means his little friend is himself.
I also agree with Shadow. Divot's voice is on point.
Yes.
It is.
I've been excited for it ever since I first heard it. It's the best. I'm so excited. I'm just like, yes, so good.
We didn't quite hear that line again, Divot, so would you mind?
You may be my Tenma's attorneys, but you still need authorization to cross a police line.
Apollo, let's see if we can change his mind.
Good luck. Let me know how it goes. I bet he's as dense as heroes come.
Ha ha!
Badge!
Justice needs backup sometimes too. So I don't mind you asking for help, but you should start by thinking things over yourself. After all, the road to justice starts with your own first step. Ha ha ha!
Yeah, go on, Bo.
I think that's just a generic line for showing him something.
Yeah, it is.
If you don't have any information to offer, could you just say so?
No!
Quick, Mark.
You're wasting your time and mine. Nobody's crossing this line without authorization.
Don't make me yeet you.
Should do it as well.
I'm a wall of justice, keeping injustice, that'll be you, at bay.
Apollo Injustice.
I knew it. Look, there's just us and you here, right?
Justice and me, you say?
Correct.
That's right.
Are you trying to say that Justice and I aren't enough to keep you out?
What?
No, silly. We're saying that you're an inspiration in our quest for justice.
No, it can't be!
You have him on the ropes now, Athena.
If we're on the side of justice, would you let us through?
But guarding the crime scene is a part of justice too!
Sure. But only a bad guy would stand in the way of justice, right?
Ah!
No logic, my only fallacy.
Whose justice is the most just here? Who?
Well, we can't have a fair and just trial without a thorough investigation, so...
Oh, Lady Justice, what would you have me do?
No,
think we
he's
really
Mr.
got to him.
Justice.
Yeah, he seems pretty neurotic as far as champions of justice go.
A police for justice must have had a huge impact. It's tying him up in knots. Now's a chance to start looking around.
After all that about authorized personnel, only this was surprisingly easy.
Should I stop them or let them through? Whose justice is more just?
So yeah, say hello to Officer Fulbright,
Well, let's
everyone.
get to work.
Ah!
He's now locked in a struggle for the rest of the episode.
Yeah. It's like if you tell a
We're
computer
supposed
the
to be
sentence is
finding
false.
clues related to the crime, right?
Right. A search of the crime scene should turn up some evidence that we could use at the trial. Let's try viewing the crime scene from different angles.
You never know what's hiding just around the corner, right? Wait, but how do we go about changing our perspective?
That's the arrows at the bottom of the screen, or press left and right on the thingy before the D-pad. If there's a particular spot you want to examine, just give it a tap.
What do you mean, press my knee pad?
Let's leave no stone unturned.
Let's
No,
look
ça lance
into every...
commerce. I don't speak French, Athena. Why do you do this to me? Let's get started.
I
Allons-y!
forgot that line.
Yes.
Let's look into every suspicious-looking
And now we can look
cranny.
in 3D.
Yeah.
Oh, well, first of all, we're going to examine this. The Forbidden Chamber. They say the demon Temataro was imprisoned in there before his escape.
Think we could get this door open?
It's worth a try. No good. It's shut tight.
Open.
I told you
sesame.
to put more points to strength.
I don't even see a
But he
keyhole.
put
Do you
all the
even
points
live
into
for it?
justice.
I don't even see a keyhole. Seems pretty hopeless.
In justice we trust.
Oh, Christ.
Yikes!
Did I just hear the voice of someone in need? Allow me to fill you in. This door simply will not open.
Yeah, we figured.
We've tried and tried, but it won't budge.
Mhm.
It's an essential part of the culture found in this manor, so we can't blow it up either.
So an unopenable door. Right.
According to Miss Jinxie Tenma, it was shut tight when she came across the crime scene.
For the tip, Detective Fulbright. We didn't expect you to be so helpful.
Ah! Forget I just said that!
Oops.
So the Forbidden Chamber was shut tight at the time of the murder. Sounds like something I better keep in mind. Oh yeah, so we can actually do this, which is a first for these games. Hey!
3D!
You can actually move around!
3D.
Whoa.
Also, I will just say that my new 3DS is being a lot smaller than my original 3DS. So for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's look here. Examine this. So this is where Alderman QB's body was found.
They've made a mess of the carpet.
Apparently, the murder weapon and the spear had Major Temba's prints on it.
That's not good.
Never fear! Detective Fulbright is here!
Dear God.
Of course, I can't offer you any information on my investigation, so... In the name of justice, I must say goodbye!
Sir, can you stop jump scaring my partner? Please.
What's all that about?
Whoa, this is a pricey looking chair.
Apparently the mayor was found drugged and unconscious in it.
Really?
Yeah, when he came to, he was arrested for murder. Talk about your rude awakenings.
So he's the prime suspect in a crime he knows nothing about?
That stinks.
Oh, poor Mr. Tenma. He must be feeling so scared and confused. Apollo, it's up to us to save him.
Like she's on her own emotional roller coaster.
I am.
Tell me about it.
Can I just say, I love that they made a whole outline on the chair that he was sitting on.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah.
And the other one has dangly legs off the table.
It's string, I assume.
I love it.
These weird tracks must have been made when someone stepped in the Alderman's blood.
Maybe the killer inadvertently made them when they were fleeing.
Those are very weird, but
Pretty big tracks, almost bird-like. The feathers also point to a bird.
Yeah, that must be one big bird, and not the friendly yellow type either.
I was literally just about to say.
No, we're not on Sesame Street, Apollo.
I put a gif in the bench.
Maybe it's some mutant bird creature. Oh, now we're involving the X-Men as well.
So your theory is a giant mutant bird murdered Alderman QB with a spear.
It's more plausible than saying a monster or a yokai did it.
Sorry to burst your bubble, but a giant spear-wielding bird is, by definition, a monster.
No.
Shut up.
Today's program was sponsored by the letter M for Moida. Can we check that pink charm on the floor?
I can't. It's not marked. I imagine probably if
We
we...
have to do it closer, yeah.
There's something wedged under this chair. I see we can lift it up and...
Freeze!
Oh dear God, I'm having a heart attack. I'm having a heart attack.
No disturbing crimes in evidence, even if you are the mayor's lawyers.
I think it's being again. He does have a point there.
Oh, my poor ticket.
Hey, Detective Fulbright, did you hear about that attack over on Yokai Lane? I heard an elderly woman was assaulted by a strange yokai shaped like a roll of cloth.
And you waited till now to tell me? I better get over there at once. In justice we trust.
Oh boy.
Lamau bite. That was surprisingly easy. Okay, Apollo, now's a chance to look around some more.
The more I get to know her, the scarier she gets. Hope she never finds my weakness.
Is that a challenge?
Whatever this is, it's stuck on tight.
Looks like a large bluff-stained cloth.
The blood's probably the Alderman's, but it's pretty far from his body. I wonder how it got here. And why does this seem important?
Yeah, that looks like the blood is. Looks like it was soaked in the blood. So to get like a long way away from his body, that seems wrong. So,
Can I also just say I love the actual interaction between Athena and Apollo?
Oh yes.
Yes.
It's so sibling-like. I love it.
Yes.
Look, the statue only has one tail.
Maybe it's the nine-tailed fox's sidekick. I bet the number of tails represent a yokai's power.
So if you had two, Apollo, I only have one?
Right, what? What?
Not that it means you're better than me, got it?
Like I said,
Yeah, also this is not Naruto.
Guess I would.
But then again, Apollo does have two tails.
He does.
Yes.
Well, two horns, specifically, according to two separate people in this game.
you got something to say, Shadow?
Oh no, that was me.
Oh, it's you. My apologies.
I was just gonna say, more evidence pointing to right at the agency is just a family. Like the whole sibling thing with Apollo and Athena, just
Yeah.
yeah,
They do vibe
they're a
as
family.
siblings.
At the end of every game, it turns out that his assistant was his sister all along.
Oh no.
Nothing much to see on this side. Maybe I should go check the other side. Okay, so I think we've seen everything that we can on this side.
From this angle,
From this angle we have, that's correct, Officer Fulbright.
I'm not here.
He is in spirits.
This voice is hard to stop doing. It's a lot of fun.
Apollo, what words come to mind when you watch that pendulum in there?
Unsteady and, restless?
That's a direct representation of your current state of mind.
Wait, that was some kind of psychological test?
Sure. My diagnosis, this strange case has made you anxious, causing you to lose your cool.
made him anxious? Isn't he always anxious?
You're actually not far off
Anxious
the mark.
justice.
That's my secret, Athena. I'm always anxious.
Always anxious.
You're not actually that far off the mark.
I love the fact that she's just like, yes, this is exactly what happened based on the clock thing. It's like a TikTok psych test.
It is. It so is.
There's something behind the door.
Oh, that's
There's somebody
terrifying.
at the door.
That's Tom
There's
Nook.
somebody at the door.
Whatever it is, looks like it's broken. Probably broke when the door was open. Why would anyone put something there?
This is giving me Resident Evil vibes. Yeah, that wasn't very smart.
Maybe it was jinxing. He was the first one to discover the body. She must have heard the scream and come running in here in a panic.
Oh, look at you, Apollo. Now you're using analytical psychology too. I've been practicing on those 2 words.
I am?
Can you tell?
You did good.
You're doing great.
Whoa, you learn quick. But I guess I shouldn't be surprised. You're the ace attorney of Right Anything Agency. The ace attorney.
I
Roll
can't,
credits.
I can't tell whether she's serious or not. Now, if
Neither
Tracy,
can I.
now, if Tracy said something like that, I'd immediately know she was messing with me.
Did we check this paravan or whatever it's called in English? How is it called? Folding something.
Yeah.
Folding
Folding
screen.
Yeah.
It's a folding screen. I wonder what they were using it for.
I read that the Japanese used to use these in drafty rooms, but now they're just for show.
You mean like my attorney's badge? Wait, what?
Poor Athena.
That cop treating like a child must have really bothered her.
I don't know where we're going with that joke, but fine.
I think it's basically like she's saying her attorney's badge is just for show because the cop didn't respect it.
Oh, and Pike. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. This one's the spear, but what about this one? It looks like a giant pair of pliers.
It's like something a demon might use. Saw something like that in a manga once.
Really? What are you used for?
Oh, things like pinching through cheeks,
Will
pulling out tongues.
you stop?
Stop. Cease and
Oh, and you
desist.
should see what they can do to a person's eyes.
No!
Okay, I get the idea. Stop.
No, also those are not forceps.
But
Yeah.
I'm sure this thing is just a simple can opener or something like that.
Demons eat canned food? I always wondered what they ate besides people.
Oh god.
Is that everything here? I think that was everything
I
we've
think-
seen. Anyone else want to call out
What
anything?
about the thing on the other side of the door? There was something.
No, we can't see it. But we can't do this
Oh, I
either.
see. Yeah, well, I think we can just switch. Yeah.
Ooh, there's something.
Ooh, that's a lot of trophies.
Oh.
Oh, Machi Tabaya came from here.
Ah, that looks like an air vent. It's pretty high up there.
No, it's a little window. What if you got a running start and jumped?
I doubt
You
even
asked the shortest guy in the game, Athena.
Yeah.
I doubt even a high jumper could make it.
Don't rule it out before you try. Again, you telling it to the shortest guy.
Yeah. Also,
Besides, I'm an excellent
yeah.
jumper.
Horned man can't jump.
Even so, that must be about 9 feet high.
Like I said, you don't know until you try, Monsieur Justice.
She doesn't know when to give up and when to stop using foreign words.
No, I don't. That's the Ace Attorney way.
Yeah.
Doesn't this Tanuki statue remind you of the Menace caretaker Phineas Finch?
This raccoon-looking thing? Yeah, it does look like him.
Ooh, I just got the best idea. You should knock it over. It might transform back into Mr. Filch.
Mr. Filch is mischievous, but he's not magical, you know.
Says you!
Way to waste a brilliant idea, Apollo.
Is it Mr. Filch's squib?
Yeah. But he can disappear though.
Look, trophies. Ooh, this one was awarded to Alderman Kyubi. The amazing Nine Tails Yokai Div winner Tenma Town Pro Wrestling Tournament. Those were a lot of words.
Yokai division? I didn't know you could have a division of one.
Apollo, you should enter the tournament next time. And I have the perfect name for you, the Mysterious Firebrand.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
A mild-mannered masked lawyer by day, demonic masked wrestler by night.
No one's going to hire a masked lawyer, Athena.
That's what you say, you never tried.
That thing by the
You are-
chair is
you can-
blinking. We should check it.
Apollo's forgetting. Godot.
Mm.
Masked lawyer.
Yeah, true.
Prosecutor, but still,
yeah.
point being.
What did you say, Burr?
Also, Daredevil masked lawyer. That thing is blinking. We should check it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Huh. What do we have here? Looks like a statue of the nine-tailed fox and Temataro battling out.
Yeah. Careful, Apollo. It's got blood on it.
Really? Hey, you're right. Wonder if it's the Ultimus
Sure, you're
blood.
blind.
Probably.
How can you remain so calm after seeing all this blood?
Well, this isn't the first time I've seen something like this, so...
You're no fun at all. I didn't act surprised or grossed out or something for my first case.
Yuck. I'm already a lawyer. I'm already a lawyer. You want me to be an actor as well?
Yes.
Damn it, Jim.
You are part of a talent agency.
Yeah.
Damn it, Jim. I'm a lawyer, not an actor.
Hey, Monocle. Damn it, Jim. I guess your reference.
Look, a cat with two tails.
No such thing.
And this lady has a really long neck. How funny is that?
There's no way a creature like that could ever exist. You'd have a tough time swallowing.
Apollo, I bet you were one of those kids who didn't believe in Santa Claus.
Oh no!
Well, giraffes function just fine.
What's that's got to do with anything?
Well, they have
You're-
long
I
necks
said,
as
I
well.
said, and I meant what I said.
I
Sir
was good.
Justice.
But yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, Shadow. It's like, yeah, giraffes are fine, so why...
I'm more concerned about the two-tailed cat because cats don't have two tails. Only foxes can have that mutation.
No, the two-tailed cat
No,
is
there
not
are.
a demon.
Yeah, there
in
are.
Japanese
Yeah, like
mythology.
two-tailed
Yeah.
cats are
Yeah.
a thing.
I'm making a
It's-
Sonic the Hedgehog reference.
Yeah.
Oh...
I mean, but then again, you should know very well the Nekomata, the demon cat.
Yes, I know.
Hey, this window's open. Or opens, I should say. And outside, we have ourselves a steep cliff.
Oh dear.
The window only opens about 6 inches, not wide enough for anyone to get in or out. Look, Apollo, there's something caught in the window frame. It looks like gold fur. What a pretty color. It must be from some kind of animal.
I wonder what it's doing here. Did Alderman QB have a pet fox?
Maybe.
Golden fur added to the court record. Some fur that was found at the scene of the crime. It's long and soft and appears to be from some sort of animal.
I'll go back and gonna grab a drink or...
Sure.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Sure.
I guess that about wraps it up. Now, if only we could get that detective to tell us what he knows.
Apollo, do you hear something?
Huh?
Justice is coming back.
I don't hear anything.
All right, your hearing
just
must be not as
panting.
sensitive as mine.
Justice, we trust.
What are you talking about?
A whooshing sound, like wind rushing through a narrow strait. And the
Well,
echo
he
of
did open
someone's
the
voice.
windows. Oh, there we go.
Injustice, we trust! Someone's got a sharp set of ears.
Still jump
That was the
scared.
sound of my righteous voice reverberating through the air duct.
What?
I heard it through the air ducts.
Yeah, check it out.
How do you squeeze through there?
But why would she hear you through there?
Why don't we go to the diagram? As you can see, that vent is connected to an air duct that leads out into the hallway. The wind must have rushed through there and carried my monologue with it straight to your ears.
Oh joy. And what a unique monologue it was. I was just thinking, maybe the killer made their escape through that air duct or something.
A cute theory, but I don't think so. The air duct in the hallway is low enough to climb into. That much is true. But as you can see, the vent in the ceiling is very high. 9 feet high, in fact. I highly doubt that there's any way to get up there but a ladder or something.
What was that?
That's pretty high.
That's pretty high. Pretty high.
You can't.
feel
I
like
bet you
it's
can't jump that
specific.
high, Apollo.
I feel like it's important that it's specifically 9 feet up or something.
If Shadow stands on my shoulders, then we'd just about reach it.
Yes. I have to be on Ebak's shoulders because I can't carry him. I'm too weak. I got a
But
minus.
also-
I got a -1 in strength.
Oh, but you have a chance to squeeze through it.
And I don't see anything of the sort in this room, do you?
Also, you're wrong. You do carry me emotionally.
Ah.
Yeah.
I guess you're right.
Speaking of things in... Oh, that's you, sorry.
Detective Fulbright! I would have put... I wish...
appeared at the same time as that line.
Speaking of things in this room, I'm gonna press charges.
Yeah?
Can you tell us what you guys turned up, Detective Fulbright?
Not on my watch, buddy!
Wow!
In the name of justice, I cannot reveal facts pertaining to the prosecution's case.
Oh, come on! Throw us a bone here!
Wow! You're rude, man.
Excuse me, Detective Fulbright, but I recall you saying earlier that you would come running whenever we were in need.
Look! I suppose I did say that. Helping those in need is what justice is all about, but keeping information out of enemy hands is also a form of justice. Yeah. Which justice is the most just? Why is this always so hard?
That's the whole thing about justice.
Well, how about this? Let's do a little give and take. I mean, serving the public is part of justice too, right? You know, like the police motto. To serve and protect.
I doubt leaking information to the defense team falls under that motto.
Apollo, shut up!
Yes, of course. I must serve as well as protect. Okay, I will share some information. In the name of justice!
We did it, Apollo!
Yeah, we did it alright. I'm not sure that was entirely ethical.
Shut up.
It's kind of scary how good she is at manipulating.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was like, oh,
was it Miss Jinxie Temner who first discovered the crime scene?
That's right, and this photo shows what you saw when she opened the door. Miss Tenma had a key allowing her immediate access.
A key? So then the Fox Chamber was locked?
Yes, and Miss Tenma had the only key to its door.
Really? So Alderman QB didn't have a key to the Fox Chamber?
Actually, he had a master key for most of the doors in the manor, but it disappeared after his murder.
Disappear. You think the killer took it?
It could very well be connected to the murder. We're looking into the possibility now. But it's the timing of Miss Tenma's discovery that I think is most important. Of course, I'm not going to share that information with you! Ha ha ha!
You think you're some kind of champion of justice, but you're just plain old mean.
I won't fall for that, you slimeless rascal! I only help good little boys and girls!
Shameless rascal? Who even says that?
I would take that as a compliment, but
Well,
Yeah.
I wouldn't exactly call you a good little girl either.
Apollo!
he's not wrong though.
Yeah.
You're-
You should take it proudly. I'm a shameless rascal.
I'm
Yeah,
further
that's
out of the call record. Go on, Shadow.
That's what happens when anybody calls me a bitch. I'm like, yeah, thank you. I'm glad you noticed.
A photo of the Fox Chamber. There are bloody footprints and black feathers scattered on top of the blood. Feathers and tracks. Those feathers and tracks look like something a yokai might leave behind.
Or a
You don't
raven.
actually think the murderer was some sort of monster, do you?
What's the name of that creature in the Forbidden Chamber? Tenma something? Because from the black feathers and big tracks, it looked like that creature did it.
Now a prime suspect would, no doubt, love to pin the blame on some imaginary creature.
Can Tenma whatchamacallit even be made a victim of slander?
I doubt the mayor would do something as childish as blaming a boogeyman.
So the most likely scenario so far is that Tenma guy left the feathers and tracks behind. To make it look like the yokai Tenma was the killer.
Wait, what? Now I'm confused as you. At any rate, I doubt Mayor Temner would plant evidence like that. It's fine, you can go get a drink in a second.
It's fine.
So, Mayor Temner is your only suspect.
That's right. Even his name, Damien Tenma, makes him sound like a villain.
That's
and he's
not
really
fair,
scary looking too.
sir. You're not being fair. That's not being just.
Wait, are you telling me that's why he was arrested?
Don't be ridiculous.
He also had a gun.
Without an alibi.
Oh, is that so?
Oh,
Yep.
we're doing better than the American justice system then.
Other than the victim, the suspect, and Ms. Tenma, the only others around were Mr. Filch and Mayor Tenma's aide, and the two of them were together at the time.
Filch. Guy tried to steal my bracelet, just living up to his name, I guess. Did you go talk to him again when we don't have a chance? What about Jinxie?
Are you sure?
She's not being suspected at all?
She may have no alibi whatsoever, but she also has no motive. It's unfathomable that she would murder the Alderman and pin the crime on her father. Besides, do you really think a little girl could lift up this huge spear?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Spear looks even bigger than her.
That's about all I can reveal at this time. Well, you must admit, Damien Tenma appears to be the most likely suspect.
I admit it looks bad, but I'm still not buying it.
Oh, and one more thing. I must warn you about the prosecutor.
The prosecutor assigned to Tenma's trial?
That's the one. He's... how shall I put it? Not what you'd expect. That
Aren't
is
they
unless you
all?
faced a convicted killer serving hard time as a prosecutor before.
What the? Is this some kind of joke?
Well, in fairness, you did have a killer mentor you for your start, Apollo.
We don't talk about that.
I love about the idea that Apollo's behind Fulbright, like making like cutthroat motions, like, just don't talk about that. Can I ask why a man in prison for murder is serving as prosecutor?
Because he's mastered the use of psychology in the courtroom battles. Everyone's talking about how this murder was the work of some strange creature. But yokai are nothing more than a figment of the imagination. They're baloney! Who better to prove this than a master of psychology? He's the best man for the job.
But he's a convicted murderer. No matter how you look at it, that's just insane.
Well, the chief prosecutor personally assigned him, so... none of us are in a position to question the matter. Ha ha ha!
This really is the dark age of the law.
It's the worst timeline.
Prosecutor, he wouldn't happen to go by the name Blackwell, would he?
Bingo! Simon Blackquill! So you have heard of him?
You could say that.
What's that supposed to mean?
Tragic backstory.
Well, I bet you don't know his unofficial title. Ever heard of the Twisted Samurai? That's Professor Prosecutor Blackwell.
Professor Blackwell.
Yes!
He's gotten a PhD in jail.
He's got a bit. There's not much to do but read a lot of books.
Yes.
The Twisted Samurai. Is that because he's a criminal?
Well, yes and no. You could say it also has to do with the effect his crime had on things.
How so?
His conviction is what twisted and warped the legal world into this dark age of the law.
Take a shot.
He, of all people, is going to stand in court tomorrow.
Ha ha ha! Never fear! I myself will be there to protect you!
That's reassuring, I guess.
Well, you kids knock yourselves out. Can't wait to see how you do tomorrow.
Wait, Detective Fulbright, I've been meaning to ask you something. Why are you barefoot? This doesn't look like the sort of place where you need to take your shoes off.
I hadn't even noticed! Why am I barefoot?
I don't know, I just asked you!
Honestly, hadn't noticed until just now.
Well, somebody did. Well, Filch did.
Wait a
take your-
second. Those shoes we found earlier. Excuse me, Detective Fulbright. These wouldn't happen to be your shoes, would they?
Yes! Yes, they are! My favorite pair, in fact!
Oh, God.
Thank you for bringing them to me. You must truly be on the side of justice!
Don't tell me Mr. Filch actually stole them from a detective.
And whilst the
Cleaning shoes
detective
right off
was wearing
someone's
them.
feet. That's pretty amazing.
That is pretty amazing when you think
That
about
is,
it.
that is pretty good, yeah. But also, you're not even wearing socks? Ew.
I find it more amazing that Detective Fulbright didn't notice.
I think Filch just stole the socks too.
Kept him.
Ugh.
Oh, looks
No,
like
I do know people who don't wear socks in their shoes, and I don't know how because I rip my feet apart when I do that.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, it's
yeah.
not.
Also,
It's
those are
not
like-
healthy.
Those
Yeah,
are the
it's not
wrong
healthy,
kind of
though.
shoes to not wear socks with.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Alright. Well, looks like we've got all we can out of the detective, so let's see. Maybe we should go and have a word with Mr. Filch. I want to hear what his alibi is.
Oh, you want an alibi?
I'm going to go get a
April
drink now.
17th,
My throat
you
needs
never-
it.
Sure,
Yes, you do that.
Yeah, you do that.
Be right back, guys.
sure.
April 17, Kyubi Manor, foyer.
This is awful terrible, I say. Somebody help!
Oh, look, it's Mr. What was it again? Finch?
No, the name's Finch. Filch. Phineas Filch.
Keep on pilfering, you might wind up a jailbird instead.
Somebody pilfered me name.
So what seems to be the problem, Mr. Filch?
Oh, it's just terrible. Terrible, I tell you. Come quick.
Kittens out of beds.
Okay. What's with the deal with him all of a sudden?
Come here.
Looks like some kind of mask.
It's the Amazing Ninetales mask.
The Amazing Ninetales? Right, the rest of it appeared during the festival special event. What's this mask doing here?
He'd never take off his mask like this. Someone must have killed him.
What? Who would do such a thing?
Let's go talk over there in private.
Look, some white hair caught up inside this mask. Amazing Ninetales mask out of the core record. A mask washed up by the riverside. There's white hair inside.
Probably the same as the hair we have.
Where did I put it?
So, what makes you believe that the Amazing Ninetales has been murdered?
Excuse me, I'm looking for a pair of shoes. You really want to know, eh? You're a studious one, ain't you?
Yeah, just tell me, please.
Well, it's like this. I dreamed of becoming a wrestler myself.
Wrestle.
Wrestler.
I like that. Wrestle.
Hey, how about you join me in the quest for the championship belt? What a team! Me and my bandage mask and you and the demon mask of yours.
Demon mask? Wonder if I could make it big.
Apollo, let's save your pro wrestling debut for, after the trial.
Oh, no. I wasn't actually.
Sure.
Why'd I let him pull me off topic like that?
Come on, Apollo. Ask him about the Amazing Ninetales murder already.
I'm such a bungler, you never suspect me.
And his name is Apollo Justice. Boo, 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 boo.
The Amazing Ninetales is our village's savior, and don't you forget it. His trademarks are gold cape made to look like 9 foxtails. He whirls through the rings, smacking down Tenma Town wrestlers left and right. He sparks the monster craze, revitalizing Ninetales Vale in the blink of an eye. Yep, saved our village from becoming a ghost town. And now it's Yokai Town.
Huh. Amazing Ninetales does sound, well, amazing.
Damn right. Pretty amazing, huh? That's why he's worshipped like a hero around here. I'm proud to be from the same village as him. I don't know why I keep leaning this way. My hat keeps falling off.
Come to think of it, you look kind of monster-like yourself, Mr. Filch. Whoa!
Hey!
Guess it makes sense.
Dana, you can't just run around and keep calling people monsters.
I know, right? Guess it makes sense since you're from the same village as the Amazing Ninetales.
Yeah, I know! A lot of people have told me that I look like a yokai.
Since when was that a compliment?
It is to me.
What's the big idea?
This village.
Check your pocket.
Hey, how'd you do that?
Keep it. I got lots more.
Amazing
And I'm
Ninetales.
gonna keep your wallet.
Amazing Ninetales glossy out of the court record. So you keep saying that the Amazing Ninetales was killed. What's the story behind that?
Well, the story behind it is
I-
I keep putting stuff in your pockets so you don't notice the things I steal.
Are you
This
saying...
is a story all about how.
My life got flipped upside down.
I was gonna say I flipped your pockets upside down, but there you go.
Are you saying he was murdered because his mask washed up alongside the river outside?
That's part of it. The main reason is no one's seen him since the special event. The word round Ninetales Vale is he was killed by Tenma Taro.
You villagers are really superstitious, aren't you?
That we are. We love conspiracy theories
He's
too.
got tears
Like
in
the
his
mayor's
eyes.
diabolical plot.
What was that, Burr?
He's got tears in his eyes.
Yeah, he does. I never noticed that about that model before.
I'm just so hyped up on, you know.
The mayor? The mayor of Town. What's he plotting?
Rumor has it he's planning on releasing Tenma Taro. That's why he wants the merger. He'll open the Forbidden Chamber once he's in control.
That's quite a tale.
I ain't finished yet. There was only one person who could stop the mayor. Our hero, the amazing Ninetales. He vowed to battle the mayor of Tenma Town and stop the municipal merger.
I couldn't make this stuff up if I tried.
Apollo, we still have to ask him about the Eldermouse murder. Remember?
I'm just glad I managed the word municipal. It's one of those words that catches me when I don't know it's coming.
Yeah.
Mr. Filch, would you mind telling me what you were doing at the time of the murder?
I was in the caretaker's office guarding the entrance like Mr. QB said I should. And I made doubly sure that no one came in. I have a clear view of the foyer from where I work.
You must be talking about this small room on the upper right. It never looks like you can keep track of the comings and goings from there. And you have an alibi to back your statement up, Mr. Filch?
I do indeed. I was with the mayor Tenma's side. Ed. Oh. Florence Liber's his name.
So the two of you were together. It's a pretty sound alibi, alright. And nobody came in or out of the manor around the time of the murder.
Don't you forget it. Kept watch here the whole time. Didn't see a soul pass by. And if anyone did, that their security camera would have spotted him.
So no one came in or out around the time of the murder. That means we're dealing with someone who was already inside when it happened. Do you think this mask is the real deal?
Without a doubt. This here mask's worn by the amazing Ninetales.
What about that white hair I found inside the mask?
Wait, I just thought of something. Remember the golden animal fur we found at the crime scene? Could it have come from this mask? Look, there's even a spot where some fur is missing.
And this places the mask at the crime scene at some point in time. Which means... What does this mean? Someone with white hair who is linked with the murder and is against the merger. No way! Could the Amazing Ninetales and the Alderman actually be...
No.
Something wrong, Apollo? You should see the look on your face.
Oh no, it's no, nothing. Maybe Jinxie could tell us something. She works here. Wouldn't reattach the Amazing Ninetales mask. The mother asked Mr. Shifty.
Are we done here?
Yeah, seems like we are done here, Mr. Shifty.
I got the toilets to clean this evening.
Oh god!
April 17, Ninetales Vale. Yokai Lane.
Sorry, Athena, I had to get out of there. When someone starts mentioning torts around me, I have war flashbacks. Oh look, it's Jinxie.
Milk, cheese, yogurt, ice cream, and...
Sounds like she's out grocery shopping. She must really like dairy products.
Jam to better milkshake and not to cure my lactose intolerance.
That's not how lactose intolerance works.
Maybe you should stick. Maybe she should just stick to soy milk.
She should.
Dixie, hey, it's me.
The demon liar!
No, not another warning charm.
Apollo? Who's she?
All right.
God, the little waving of the charm will get me every time.
It's your first time meeting each other. This is Jinxie, Mayor Tenma's daughter. She was the first to discover the crime scene.
Oh, so she's the only one. She's the one who. Hello, my name is Athena Sykes. I'll be helping Apollo defend your father at his trial. Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you too. Where's Drusy?
We're back to the office ahead of us.
No!
But don't worry. Athena and I are the case.
But she has one horn. She's a demon too. Wait. How do I know you didn't? That you didn't gobble her up alive?
Relax. I didn't eat her up, and I wouldn't do such a thing in the first place.
She's a minor.
She's my boss's daughter.
It's my sister. Well, I know that.
Poor little Drusy. And like Luke, yeah.
I'm about ready for some tears of frustration myself.
She's quite an interesting character, huh?
That's one
You're
way
in an
to-
Ace Attorney game, ma'am. They're all interesting characters.
That's a way to put it.
Yeah, you yourself are an interesting character.
Yep.
Dixie, do you remember any more of what happened?
Not much. At least, not yet. I'll remember more when the prosecutor tells me to.
But but you do think Temataro was the killer, right? A yokai we saw at the festival?
I don't know anything about that.
Huh? You said Temataro murdered the alderman. Huh. It's okay, Jinxie, you can tell me. What was that for?
People see things when they don't get enough sleep. So such thing as monsters.
What's gotten into
Oh, I think I know who's gotten to her.
Yeah.
So if there are no monsters, you admit I'm human?
No, it's still a demon.
Rats. I give up.
It seems like Jinxie doesn't want to talk about Temataro for some reason.
I'm actually, demons are different from monsters.
But that's precisely what we need to know more about. Besides, she definitely thought there was a yokai there in the Fox Chamber. Jinxie, about this charm.
That's...
You gave me this when I was heading off to the scene of the crime. You thought Temataro was the murderer. That's why you gave this to me, right?
Yeah, that's true, but...
Is there anything else you could tell us that would really help? And it will help your father, too.
All right then.
Why do you think Temataro's the killer?
I saw him. I saw him with my own eyes. Also, hi, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley.
And Mataro was right in the manner. He escaped his prison and ran right by me.
What?
Jinxie, tell us everything you saw.
Ever.
Well, so, when I was 5, I came here...
No, a bit more recent,
I called the police after I stumbled on the scene. I was just about to head back to the festival grounds when... I saw Den Mataro. He was right around here. He was running right at me.
Wait a minute.
I was paralyzed with fear. But there was no one around to help me. The foul beast raced right by me towards the fire.
Toward the fire?
Mr. Filch and Mr. LaBelle were supposedly in the fire at the time. That means I would have seen Temataro too.
Sounds like we'd better get their statements. Considering Jinxie's mental state, her eyes could have been playing tricks on her.
I'm not crazy.
Apollo? Remember the picture in this paper? Someone caught Temataro flying through the air.
Ah.
I wonder if it's the same Temataro Jinxie says she saw.
Don't be ridiculous.
That Mataro is the killer, and he can fly too, and shoot lasers.
It seems familiar from investigations. We had somebody, quote unquote, flying. I wonder if it was something that had been yeeted into the...
Jotun, yes.
Jinxie works at the Alderman's Manor, so maybe she can shed some light on this. So, no one knows the amazing Ninetales' true identity?
They say no one has ever seen him without a mask.
Does it make you want to know even more?
That's why matches where wrestlers trying to expose their opponents are so popular.
Wait, you mean expose, as in strip them naked?
Hey! You think like a demon. I like it. You're naughty. The only thing the winner removes is the loser's mask. To have your mask torn off is the worst humiliation a wrestler could suffer. That's why their masks are more important to them than life itself. So you see, unmasking matches are life and death battles for the wrestler.
That means this mask didn't just happen to wash up alongside the riverbank. There's got to be a story behind it.
No one can stop the amazing Ninetales!
I'd just be shocked to find out he's really Alderman. About the yokai you saw at the scene of the crime. Anything else stand out?
Actually, I heard a strange jangly sound.
A jangly sound? Be a little more specific.
My memory is kind of fuzzy. You have to bribe me. But I vaguely recall seeing Tenmataro holding a staff or something like that. Maybe that's what was making the strange sound.
Does Temataro usually carry a staff?
Good question. I've never heard anything like that. And it's not shown on the scroll.
How about in other documents? Any of them show Temataro with a staff?
But this is the only document depicting Tenmataro. After all, those who needless depict the demon are forever cursed.
Then what's the deal with Temataro you saw, Jinxie? Okay, election scroll updated in the court record.
Oh, now we get updated scrolls too.
Added to the court record. Why didn't you tell me you saw Temataro earlier?
Actually, Mr. LaBelle told me not to.
Mr. LaBelle?
Papa said.
Oh, right. The other guy who was supposedly in the foyer at the time of the crime. What exactly did he tell you?
Keep the village superstitions in mind. Before you go talking about seeing Tenmataro at the village of the crime.
Village superstitions?
They say you must not gaze up upon Tenmataro. But in the event that you do look, and then tell everyone what you saw, Tenmataro will claim your soul!
And that's something everyone here knows? Sounds like a bunch of baloney to me.
Everyone from babies to the village elders know about it. But I didn't because I'm not from around here.
Yeah, I just say I love how she uses her thing as a shield. I think it's utterly adorable.
Yeah.
Hey, come to think of it, Why is everyone hiding their faces?
Hey, you there! You mustn't stare at Tenmataro like that! Lower your eyes! He'll steal your soul if you're not careful!
Steal my soul? Seriously? Guy at the special event thing said almost the exact same thing.
Apollo, do you think this LaBelle guy actually believes in Temataro?
I seriously doubt it. He's not even from Ninetales Vale.
Now, why would he try to keep Jinxie from talking?
Good question. I think we'd better go have a word with him.
Time to unmask this monster of a mystery.
Let's see what you did.
The last time I saw Mr. LaBelle, he was relaxing in the fire.
Bueno, let's stop the manor foyer. Well, okay. With any luck, he'll be there waiting for us. April 17, Kirby Manor foyer, where we just said we were going to go, so... There's no one here. Guess our luck isn't so good when it comes to Mr. LaBelle.
Maybe he's out for a walk or something. Only left something on the sill of the caretaker's office window.
He's out for lunch.
Oh, it's a TV program guide. 3 o'clock. Looks like someone stuck on a pro wrestling match. Oof. I mean?
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Oof.
Yeah, it's Oh, Mr. Filch, what can we do for you?
I bet she was going to scream monster, which really isn't much of a stretch.
Apollo!
Ouch.
That's rude.
Ain't nothing I need you to do for me. Well, what business you got to do with my TV listings?
Oh no, it just caught my eye. Can I ask if you watched this pro wrestling program today?
Yep. Was a match between a couple of rank amateurs, though. It was a complete disaster. I reckon even I could have done better than that.
I seriously doubt that.
No, you didn't see these guys. They were crap.
TV listens out of the record. Vilt's TV program guide. The afternoon wrestling match was a total disaster. Almost forgot. Something I wanted to ask him. Mr. Filch, did you see anything unusual around the time of the murder? For example, Temataro or something like that?
Huh? Temataro?
So you did see him?
My, how clean and shiny your forehead is again today, Mr. Lawyer, sir. Bet you're shining up every day real petty-like. The ladies must love it.
And the gents too.
Don't change the subject. FYI, that was a seriously bad attempt at flattery.
But did it work?
No.
Jinxie said she saw Temataro flee towards the foyer. So you must have seen him too if you were here.
Yipes!
Wow, I really pushed a button there. Well, did you see anything or not? Ooh, who wants to be Florent LaBelle?
I can be him.
You've already taken enough, I think.
Yeah.
Who we got?
One character.
I cannot because
You cannot. Lemming's already
Yeah.
got someone. Question mark divot?
I mean, I've got the judge as well, right?
Yeah.
I could. No, that sounds like a bad idea.
I could try. I could definitely give it a shot.
That's fine.
But I'm just like, I
tell you
don't
what,
know.
Kay and Burr fight to the death for it.
Oh my.
That's fine. I tell you what. Who do you think?
Deathmatch.
Who do you think? Burr, give me Burr. You take LaBelle.
That's quite enough. I must ask you that you're not passing my friend anymore.
Yipes! Forgive me for pestering, sir.
And you are?
I am Florent LaBelle.
This is his theme, by the way.
Oh, it's great.
What, boss music? Huh.
It does sound like boss music.
Board Divine, a sub-boss and personal aide to Mayor Damien Tenma.
Oh, divine? More like yokai grotesque. This place is crawling with monsters.
Yow!
Oh, excuse you.
What the heck was that for?
It was just a little cologne. You had a load of stinky sweat about you. It's from my own original brand of cosmetics called Je suis la belle. Oh, what a heavenly scent.
I think he just paralyzed my olfactory receptors.
I suppose such a scent would be difficult for a peasant to appreciate.
Whew.
I'll have you know that this is brand number 5. Bonjour.
Is that supposed to be a reference to Chanel number 5?
Yes. La Belle number 5. It's my way of introducing myself. You're welcome.
Where's my bottle of adieu so I can return the favor? Enough about the cologne. Please tell us what you saw around the time of... Yikes, that really blocks the packages. Around the time of the murder.
I don't like how he's touching that flower. It makes me very uncomfortable.
I heard you're the one who told Jinxie not to mention that she saw Tenmataro.
Wait a little. So, she told you she saw the demon, did she?
Mr. Lambelle, do you mind if I ask whether you believe in the village superstitions?
Oh, please! I was merely trying to keep with traditions. Nevertheless, I will say this. I wouldn't stick my nose into this. I wouldn't stick my nose into this whole Tenmataro business if I were you. It's covered with my perfume. Bad things happen to those who do. That much is true. He's one scary monster.
That's crazy! You really expect me to believe that monsters are real?
Well, you're real and you should look like a monster.
Look who's talking! So, Mr. LaBelle, you didn't see Tenmataro...
Jinxie has an active imagination, isn't that right, Phineas?
That's right. I didn't see nothing, especially not Tenmataro.
As for me, I only see things of beauty. That's why I can barely see you.
I've got 2 words for this guy. Total freak. Your alibi? Can I ask what you were doing at the time of the crime? My eyes are stinging.
In other words, you'd like to hear my alibi. To think that you'd suspect me, of all people.
Oh no, it's just formality. We ask everyone. My eyes!
How dare you doubt me? I was a fraud to beauty itself. You obviously can't see straight.
Well, not if you keep spraying perfume in his eyes.
Like that spritz really helped.
What were we doing, you ask? Go ahead, Filchi, answer the question. I can't be bothered.
At the time of the crime, we were, in this here foyer.
Exactly. Good answer, Filchi. Good answer. Have a cookie.
Just repeating what you
Oh,
said.
you said quite enough.
What is with these 2? Great, now he's got me talking like that.
Are we quite through here? I'm a very busy man, you know.
Right. Oh, thanks for your help. It's these 2 were in the foyer, but didn't see Tenmataro.
Come along, Filchi.
Where are we going? All right. Gotta practice them statements for tomorrow. Yay! My eyes!
You're going to dig your own grave with that big mouth of yours someday.
What does he mean? Practice things.
Now, if you excuse me, it's time to touch up my makeup.
The game did a typo there. I forgot a word. Apollo, I know this sounds strange, but Mr. LaBelle seems unusually preoccupied with Temataro.
Really? How can you tell?
Well, hard to explain. You see, I can read people's emotions from the tone of their voice.
I like this music.
You mean you have good ears?
Something like that. People's emotions are expressed in the tone of the voice. And my ears can pick up on even the subtlest of tones for some reason.
That's an interesting skill. What do you mean he's preoccupied with Temataro? God, this stuff just doesn't go away.
I'm not exactly sure, but it was like he was obsessed with the thought of Temataro. That's what I picked up from his voice anyway. Also, are your eyes okay?
It's fine, it's fine. It's fine, they just burn a little bit. Anywhere, everywhere we turn, it's Temataro this, Temataro that.
We should go talk to the mayor too.
Alright, sounds like a plan. I'll need you to guide me though. I need to get to the bottom of the rumor about
I'll be your guide dog. It's
about him wanting to release Temataro. Ow!
Poor thing. April 17, detention center. Visitors room.
Sorry if I go a bit over the top with Apollo, but I think it's nice. It's distinguish him.
Perfect.
Good.
Fun.
He's good.
It is perfect.
Do not stop.
I was muted, but it's great.
Yeah, but after
Something wrong,
like-
Apollo?
Yeah.
Where did
Something
your
wrong.
enthusiasm go?
People was talking there. What else? What was?
Well, after I've discovered what kind of character Laurent Labelle is, I would not want to give him away to any of you. You should not be made to suffer being that character.
I'd admit, if I wasn't playing Apollo, I probably would have taken LaBelle myself.
He's fun.
We seem to have a lot of major characters in this particular episode.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone
Something
else?
wrong, Apollo? Yeah? No?
Oh, go on.
Okay. Something wrong, Apollo? Where did your enthusiasm go?
What am I doing asking the mayor if he has ever thought about releasing Temataro? It's insane! I'd better still think I'm an idiot. At worst. Ugh. Oh,
Here.
thank God. Oh. At least I'm partly blind. I won't be able to see his gaze.
It's so nice to finally meet you. I'm Mr. Justice's partner, Athena Sykes. I'm looking forward to working with you, Mr. Tema. Taro? No.
Oh, yes. I look forward to working with you too.
Ugh. I didn't mind Athena calling him by a completely wrong name.
Apollo, he's just as kind as gentle looking as I imagine. Gentle looking?
Lucky for you. After that blunder you just made.
I knew I liked Athena.
There was something I wanted to talk to you about. There are rumors going around about how you want to or did set Temataro 3.
What utter nonsense! They always assume the worst of me because of the way I look. But those rumors don't have a shred of truth, I tell you.
A little touchy about his appearance, isn't he?
What he really needs to work on are his people skills.
And you don't, Apollo?
I believe you'll find my people skills are quite adequate to run a country.
The rumor has it that you want to push this merger through.
Maybe a country of Latveria.
In order to release Temataro. Of course, that's a bunch of baloney.
Grrr.
Alright, sorry if I offended you.
So that's the talk around town, is it?
I can see how that would make you angry.
What if Jakey's schoolmates start teasing her about this?
Huh?
I must break out of here at once. Her tormentors must be taught a lesson.
No, wait. First we have to get you a not guilty verdict.
Don't try to stop me. This is about a father's duty to his darling daughter.
No.
I love this. I love this.
Hold tight,
Yeah.
sweet Jinxie. Daddy's coming to save you.
Relax. We'll look out for your daughter until we can get you free.
But I must be there. Is that so? You don't need me to go straighten things out myself?
Oh boy. They'd probably call in the SWAT team if he showed up at her school. All right. What about the reasons behind the merger? It seems like you were rather forceful in pushing the municipal merger. Do you really want Ninetales Vale that badly?
Yes, well, it's quite an attractive prize in terms of tourism. Whoa.
Wait. Am I feeling what I think I'm feeling?
Hey!
You must look.
Sure, I played a bit of hardball, but only when it was deemed necessary.
I knew it. My bracelet's reacting.
What is it, Apollo?
Mayor Tenman may not be telling the whole truth.
Really? Can you tell?
People invariably tense up when they lie. That's where my bracelet here comes in. I can sense when the person I'm talking to is feeling tense. Because it begins to feel tight on my arm.
No way! You can do that?
Wait, do you believe me? It's like that.
Sure. Each of us has our own special gift.
Oh yeah, it has a gift too, a special sense of hearing.
And me.
So what do you think the mayor is lying about?
I don't know, but it's our job to find out. It's been a while since my bracelet last reacted like this. Let's see if I still remember how to do this. First, I touch my bracelet with the X button. Right, now let's give it a whirl.
Ching.
Yes, I remember this feeling of tense concentration. Oh, am I finally able to see again? The ability to see the smallest twitch, the slightest frown that no one else can see. Now Mayor Temna was lying somewhere in that statement he just made. And when he lied, a certain habit made itself clear just under his right eye. So to shift my viewpoint up and focus in that area. Alright, I've got him now. His tick should appear when he's trying to pull the wool over my eyes. I've got to pour out over every word he says and wait for his tick to appear. When he does, I'll perceive it.
It's quite an
Attractive prize. In terms
Gotcha!
tourism.
Mr. Mayor, please, you can trust us with the truth.
The truth? I don't understand.
When you mention...
Yeah,
think she
it's
crunched.
crunching a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
There's
fine.
no music, so it's hard to tell, but it is.
Yeah,
it's small crunch.
Small crunch. Small crunchy.
Ladies and gentlemen of the chat, this is crunch time.
When you mentioned tourism, the bottom of your right eye started twitching.
What nonsense is this? So what if it did?
Please tell us more about your merger bid.
What more is there to tell?
Why were you really seeking to merge with Ninetales Vale?
I already told you. Tourism! The monster craze really revitalized the village, making it quite the prize.
You really don't trust us, do you?
What are you talking about?
The village has been hot... Oh, God. That's you.
The village has been hot property since the monster craze started, has it not?
I think you've yet to realize that what you're saying contradicts the facts. You say the monster craze really revitalized Ninetales Vale, so you felt it would be an attractive prize for its tourism. That would contradict this.
Because because it was the yokai craze that brought it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was the amazing Ninetales that brought it back.
Yes.
Yeah, and the rivalry between the towns.
Take that. The monster craze in Ninetales Vale is a very recent phenomenon. It was sparked when the amazing Ninetales rose up against the municipal merger. The village was practically a ghost town before then.
Ah!
So you see, you couldn't have possibly seen it as an attractive prize for its tourism. What's the real reason behind you your push to merge Tenma Town with Ninetales Vale, huh?
Well,
Are you ready to tell me the truth now?
Honestly, I never wanted to pursue the merger in the first place. But I had no choice if I wanted to protect my darling little Jinxie.
Protect her from what?
I received a threat. It said either I go through with the merger or my Jinxie dies.
What?
Awful! Who could do such a thing?
I don't know. But whoever blackmailed me must be connected to the murder.
Wait, so you think the blackmailer and the killer could be one and the same?
Alderman QB was immensely popular. So you have to ask, who would want him dead? The blackmailer who wanted the merger, or at all costs, had the motive in the world.
Who might go from blackmail to murder? The merger protest won't disappear just because the animal was killed.
Ah, could it be? What if there was another reason for the murder?
Like what?
Maybe the blackmailer discovered Alderman QB's secret identity, and the secret identity was a threat to the blackmailer's merger scheme.
What do secret identities have to do with anything, Apollo?
I have evidence revealing the Alderman's secret identity. Maybe it's time to use it.
Uh-oh.
Present.
It is time.
I like presents.
Mayor Tenma, please... Sorry, go on.
Isn't it? I like presents. I get to give them to my darling little girl.
Mayor Tenma, please take a look at this if you would.
That's the amazing Ninetales' mask. What is the meaning of this?
This mask was almost definitely at the crime scene, and there was some white hair inside.
White hair, you say?
It was, but one person with white hair in the manor that day.
What are you saying?
You know which man I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about Rex QB, the amazing Ninetales himself.
No way!
The Alderman was impossible.
Wait, come to think of it, Alderman QB was a former pro wrestler. So the blackmailer turned killer when he discovered the element's secret identity.
Didn't I just say that? But yeah, the amazing Ninetales was a threat to the blackmailer's scheme. He opposed the merger and as a result, single-handedly sparked the monster craze.
Even so, what was the mask doing at the crime scene?
It had to be an event at the manor. And maybe Alderman QB had taken part in it, if you get my drift.
This is absurd!
Mr. Mayor, do you have proof of the threat that was being made against you?
Yes, a blackmail letter. Unfortunately, it disappeared after the murder. I've been carrying it around in my briefcase, but now it's suddenly vanished.
Convenient, almost like somebody lifted it.
The blackmailer must have taken it with them after they'd killed the alderman. Well, at least we've clearly established the killer's motive. God.
Mayor Tenma, visiting hours are over.
It would appear this meeting is adjourned. Tell my daughter I'm waiting for her!
Apollo, do you really think that Tenma Taro, that Jinxie saw, is the killer?
I don't know. All I know is there's no such thing as monsters.
What about that newspaper article? Could the killer have purposely freed Tenma Taro to do their dirty work?
Oh, come on. There wasn't any Tenma Taro to release in the first place.
Yes, but the only suspects the police have right now are the Major and the yokai.
We'll probably be arguing whether there was a yokai involved in court tomorrow.
Probably.
I can already see that look of disbelief on the judge's face.
Apollo, are you alright?
I'm fine. I'll think of something. I'd better, because I can't very well say a flying demon was the killer. At this point, the only thing I know for sure is tomorrow is gonna be one doozy of a trial. To be continued after a break.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I kept us going, so that we were close to a little interval. So we'll be right back as we're going to take a quick break, as it's due to cost about halfway through the stream for us to take a quick 5-minute break just to refresh our drinks, go to the toilet, all that lark. So you go take a break yourself, stretch your legs, and we'll be right back in just a few minutes time.
We will be right back.
Yee.
And we are back once again for part 2. Thank you. I appreciate the thank you, Gashi. I appreciate the beer back screen. It's my kind of theme, technology and such. Right, we are back for part 2, which we begin the trial. I'm gonna save this.
It starts with an anime cutscene.
It does. Yes, it does start with an anime cutscene.
Oh no, it doesn't.
There will be an anime cutscene.
It's in a minute.
Yes.
It's in a minute.
It's happening.
April 18, 9:15 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3.
Ooh. You okay, Athena? You've been really antsy since we got here.
And I'm just excited. This is my first real court case after all.
Yeah, real ball of excitement she is. I know just what she needs. Athena!
Didn't you ever learn about indoor and outdoor voices?
I'm just trying to show you the best way to relieve your pre-trial jitters.
By scaring the daylights out of me.
Oh, I find that shouting, "I'm fine," in a loud voice really relieves stress. It's part of my Chords of Steel voice workout, and a must before every trial.
You want me to shout here?
That's right, yeah. I'll go first, then you try. I'm Apollo Justice, and I'm fine.
Alright, I'm Athena Sykes. And I'm fine. I think that actually worked.
I thought it might help. Always works for me.
Loud fake laughter also works.
An old friend of mine from junior high and I say it all the time.
I see. A proven remedy to calm the soul. I like it. Hey, how about we finish off with a race around the courthouse?
The point is to relieve stress, not get totally exhausted.
Same thing.
What's with all the racket, you two?
Ah, Mr. Wright. This little voice workout. Hey, what's with the suit?
Oh, this? I was thinking I'll get my tennis badge back is all.
That's all? That's huge news. Why now?
I have a feeling I'll be needing it in the courtroom again sometime soon. But we can talk about that another time.
Well, fair. The inquiring mind wants to know. But wow. I'm so used to him in his usual laid-back clothes. That suit makes him look like $1 million.
By the way, have you heard about the prosecutor assigned to this case?
Yeah, he's serving time, but before that, he was a prosecutor. He also uses psychology.
That's right. I've heard rumors about how he was back before his conviction. Using the power of suggestion, he could make even the most stalwart defendants confess.
Psychology in the courtroom. Been hearing a lot about that lately.
Honestly, I'm really excited to meet Simon.
Me too.
I think he's cool.
So, he must be a pretty scary guy considering he's a prison inmate and all.
So they say. They also say he'll cut you down if you talk too much.
I knew it was going to be bad news.
It's probably just hyperbole. At least, I hope for your sake.
Hyperbole, just for the record.
Yeah, that goes
yeah.
every time. Hyperbole.
It gets
I know
me as
the word
well.
hyperbole is just I keep forgetting that it's spelled like that. Hyperbole!
Wait, so is it true or not?
Let's just say you should be concise And choose your words carefully.
Honestly, I think that's the first time I've ever heard that word actually being pronounced, so...
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it's a stinky
Hyperbole.
word. It's a stinky word and I don't like it.
Yes. If you'd like to keep that head of yours attached to the rest of your body, that is.
Yikes. Better tone down my cold steel then.
So, are you all ready? It might be good to check the court record again before stepping into the ring.
Right, Mr. Right. But I'm fine.
I'll be watching from the gallery. Good luck.
Thanks.
Okay, let's do this.
Odds of pulling this off are ridiculously low, but that's nothing new. Leaving our client, seek the truth. That's all we can do. Hang in there, Mayor Temba. Here comes justice.
Ha
I knew
you! Not you!
I knew it. The second I read it, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
April 19, 9:30 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4.
Court is now in session. For the trial of Damien Tenma.
Apollo Justice, defense team leader, is ready, Your Honor.
I know that big booming voice anywhere. As chipper as ever, eh, Mr. Justice? But who is the young lady next to you?
I'm Athena Spikes, Mr. Justice, junior partner, and fresh out of law school.
Well now, full of beans too, eh? Excellent. Makes an old man feel young again. Now for the prosecution. It appears the prosecutors are ready yet. Never fear, I shall explain. It's just a minor procedural complication, Your Honor. The prosecution for this case is being escorted from a prison as we speak. Prison? Oh yes, of course. I almost forgot that he is currently serving time.
Here we go.
Yup, Prosecutor Blackwell's an inmate.
There's another reason the game was rated M, just so much blood.
But even a convicted murderer still got a job to do and duties to perform.
Oh, he's a badass.
Okay.
Who's that with his back to us over there?
That's him. I'm sure of it. Prosecutor Blackwell.
Is the prosecution ready?
Enough jabbering. Get on with it already.
Of course, forgive me.
Why are other people related to this case so scary?
Very
Fair
well,
enough.
Prosecutor Blackwell, your opening statement, if you please. What's the matter?
Must we continue to fritter away time like this? It's all right here in the indictment. An opening statement would be pointless.
Pointless? Oh, well...
Looks like the cat, or this case, the prosecutor has the judge's tongue.
But, we need an opening statement as an overview of the case at hand.
Well then, your baldness. If it's so important, why don't you do the honors?
Who, me?
There's a term for people who whine and fuss about how they need silly, useless things. And then decide they no longer want once it's theirs. A selfish old fool.
Huh?
Wait, was that the prosecution's opening statement?
Old dotards such as yourself are a plague upon the young. pity your poor grandchildren. Or is it great-grandchildren?
All these years, I thought the opening statement was the prosecutor's job. But I suppose I could give it a try. Might be a nice change of pace.
What? He's actually fell for that?
That must have been the power of suggestion Mr. Wright was talking about.
We
I
do.
like the power of being a complete jerk.
The opening statement, huh? Let's see. The victim was one Rex QB, alderman of the Nine Tails Vale. And the defendant, Damien Tenma, mayor of Town, is accused of his murder.
And why, pray tell, was the mayor arrested?
His prints were on the murder weapon. Thus, he had motive, the elimination of the biggest roadblock to the municipal merger. The caretaker and the secretary are the potential suspects, both have alibis. And his daughter, who was also in the vicinity at the time of the incident, has no motive.
So, in a nutshell,
I'd have to say the charges against the defendant are incontrovertible.
bravo, your darkness. Your years of experience shine bright like your head.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Playing Simon Says with the judge.
Moving right along now, let's hear from our first witness for today, Detective Fulbright.
I was hoping that Blackwell would pronounce the verdict.
Little name and occupation. I am the detective assigned to this case, Bobby Fulbright. Oh, and I'll also be keeping tabs on old Blackwell here. That's just me talking. I also heard you would provide protection if I never came to that.
You took this role.
I know, it's fine. It's fine.
You made this decision
It's
yourself.
fine. I knew this would happen. It's great.
It would seem that I have been sorely underestimated.
As long as there's enough distinction between the two
Wait.
voices.
Yeah, there is, but also I wanted to say that Kay, your Simon Blackwell is amazing.
Yes. Mwah.
I wanted to say after the
Thank
second
you.
line, like, you're really nailing these when all he said was pump.
Wait, who's protecting who from what?
Still, I truly believe anyone can turn their life around, even old Blackwell here. Oh,
Fulbright, save your platitudes for funerals. Get on with your statement.
ha ha ha! That's the spirit. Justice must be swift and true. I see it in your eyes. There is hope for your rehabilitation and return to society. I will never give up on you.
Kid Blackwell doesn't seem to intimidate Detective Fulbright.
Well, you know what they say. Ignorance is bliss.
Perhaps there's another reason that we will find out that is upsetting.
Oh, so that's why Detective Fulbright was assigned to Blackwell. You're so oblivious.
Now, let's have your first thing, Detective Fulbright. You got it, but first I'd like to say to the defense that justice will ultimately prevail.
I also love the name Bobby Fulbright as well.
Oh, good!
Uh-huh.
I
Witness testimony.
This game's great.
About the murder.
Yeah, it's a very good one. Alderman QB was murdered with a spear that had been on the wall. The fingerprints of the defendant, Damien Tenma, were found on the murder weapon. At the time, Alderman QB was asleep from a drug he unwittingly ingested. Mayor Tenma attacked his helpless victim, impaling him like a human shish kebab. But then, the sudden pain jolted the victim awake, and he grabbed a statue and struck back.
Alderman QB had been slipped some kind of sleep-inducing drug?
That's right! The accused was scared because the alderman was a former pro wrestler. So he slipped him a drug to make sure he'd been out cold and defenseless. Here's the autopsy report to prove it. Take that!
QB's autopsy report added the court record. Cause of death. Stabbed with a spear. Estimated time of death around 3:20 p.m. The victim had been in a drug-induced slumber.
And the victim managed to attack his attacker despite being impaled by a spear. That sounds almost superhuman. Is it even possible? Well, he was a former pro wrestler after all. That spear was probably nothing more than a mosquito bite to him.
Objection!
Objection! Not so fast! Don't try and brush it off by saying the alderman had been a pro wrestler. Do you really expect us to believe he could fight back after being skewered by a spear?
Never heard of the incredible feats of which man is capable of which man is capable of in a pinch, have you? Like the samurai of yore, wrestlers can battle through immense pain. It sharpens their senses. I used to talk about it with a former wrestler I met in the clink.
I don't know. It still sounds a little far-fetched.
Does it now? And perhaps we should test that theory on you with the edge of my blade.
Oh, I didn't sign up for this.
And so your life is spared. For now.
Please let those shackles be made of titanium. I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
My investigations are thorough as they are foolproof, or my name isn't Fulbright. I vow to resign immediately if I ever make a false arrest.
The accused prints were on the weapon, and he's the one person without an alibi. Quite decisive evidence. Wouldn't you agree, your baldness?
The defendant is sounding guiltier by the minute.
Yes, the judge's leaning towards a guilty verdict, and the trial's just barely begun.
What's more, a curious rumor about the accused is making the rounds. They say he seeks the merger for the purpose of freeing Tenma Taro from his imprisonment. Truth be told, I can think of no real reason to show interest in that backwards burg. Perhaps he's a complete nutter and really does seek to release an imaginary demon. Either way, he's raving mad and more than capable of murdering the alderman.
That's a strange one, right?
Mr. Donating, he tried to make a withdrawal!
Hold up, there will be no gossiping in my court.
Your baldness. Please take a gander at those charms plastered across his cranium. I hear they meant to keep him safe from possession by the demon Tenma Taro. Then again, perhaps he's already under the demon's spell. Behold! The lunatic appears poised to lunge at you at any moment.
Sleep!
Hold it! The rumors and quirks of Mayor Tenma have no relevance to this case. Besides, those charms on his head, they're just a fashion statement, I think.
Come to think of it, such things don't seem relevant to the case, do they?
The prosecution will refrain from dragging our client's reputation through the mud.
Oh, what a dreadfully fearsome lass we have here.
Phew. Thanks for that lifeline, Athena.
Careful, Apollo, he is the judge dancing in the palm of his hand. The power of suggestion is one of the more powerful tools in Simon Blackwell's arsenal. He's trying to manipulate everyone's impressions to suit his objectives.
This guy really is bad news.
Also, I'm now thinking that those charms could actually be a band-aid around his head because it might be him that was struck with a statue on the head.
Yeah, that's what's already been implied. Because he said he attacked the attacker, so that's what's implied.
In any case, it seems the victim did manage to defend himself despite being impaled. What sort of weapon did he use against his attacker? None other than this statue right here! It appears to be a statue of two strange creatures locked in battle.
Two yokai, to be exact. On one side is the nine-tailed fox, and on the other, Tenma Taro.
Can I just say, I love this animation of Simon, like his just don't give a fuck kind of.
Yeah, he's just not here.
I love his ponytail just bounces up and down.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Quite interesting if you think about it. As if this very case were rendered in art.
He's very prettily designed.
It looks great, but the truth would be no one would know what the fuck he was talking about. Because they wouldn't hear him.
Fox and demon statue updated in the court record. The weapon used to bludgeon the mayor. The mayor's blood was found on it, but no prints could be lifted.
Mr. Justice, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
Right.
Cross-examination, yeah.
about the murder.
They have and the eyes thing. The eyes thing. It's so good.
So, those weapons on the wall of the Fox Chamber, I presume those are real? I think keeping real weapons around like that is rather dangerous.
No matter what he collected, the Alderman insisted it be the real deal. For instance, he had a real demon's club in his possession. Apparently, one of his ancestors claimed it after defeating a demon in battle.
What? That's got to be an old wives' tale.
Ha ha ha! The Alderman had pure, unadulterated justice flowing through his veins. Whatever he did it right. Of the real champion of justice in his death.
I love the animation for it, right?
So good. I didn't know we'd see it this early. Nothing but claptrap and balderdash, if you ask me. Now stop your bleating and tell us about the weapon.
Your wish is my command.
Hold it!
Oh?
It doesn't make sense if you think about it. Prince could be easily wiped off.
You do have a point there.
I'd venture to say he did not wipe off the prince because he could not.
What do you mean?
Looks like he wants you to figure it out. Well, don't just stand there. Show him who's boss.
I'm totally lost. So why don't you just tell me the answer already?
I don't think he saw that plea for help.
You feeling all right, kid? Running a fever, perhaps?
I wish trials came with a rest button, reset button.
Well, the specifics may yet come to light. Please proceed, Detective Fulbright.
They do come with a reset button, Apollo. It's called the save and turn off the system button.
Hold it.
The confidence save.
Come to think of it,
Yes.
a coffee cup was found on the floor. Was the detective in his coffee?
Bingo! We found traces of a sleeping agent all over the inside of the cup.
And that is why he was out cold. That is, until he leapt to his feet upon being impaled by the mayor.
What an awful way to wake up.
A rather stimulating eye-opener, if you ask me. I too would have risen to the attack, for to die in battle is the samurai way. Paradise awaits fallen heroes, but that hole in his stomach would make eating a challenge.
Yikes.
Possibly Gato, please! Those morbid jokes of yours have no place in this court.
He is a bit of an edgelord, isn't he?
Mm-hmm, he is.
I love this.
As the jester and detectives guys.
Moving right along.
Not even phased.
Yeah.
I honestly kind of like the dynamic between Fulbright and
It's
Blackwood.
very good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh?
I like the outfit of
Yes.
Blackwell. It absolutely looks like a samurai happy, and even including the coat of arms on the.
So, little trivia stuff. So Simon is intended to be a like Victorian-ish era. That's I don't know, like Meiji era, like samurai, end of the samurai reign, like that kind of deal, like a Ronin, I believe. And so the reason he speaks the way he does with those words that he chooses is because they were trying to give him that old-timey feel that he would have for Japanese players. And specifically, like they went for Victorian, which is very funny considering that there's Great Ace Attorney, which is Victorian, and then but they went for Victorian and that and like. That's also why they chose the name Simon.
Oh.
So there you go. Fun stuff.
Interesting, yeah.
Fun stuff.
So the old one was drugged because he was really strong?
Did you see those rock-hard muscles of his?
Oh, I did.
I'm surprised the spirit managed to pierce that armor like muscular.
Musculature.
I admit, I'm completely jealous of that righteous body of his. Ha ha ha!
Well,
Righteous.
he did look pretty buff, even in that suit he had on.
Quite a difference when compared with a yellow belly like you.
Yellow belly? Who even says that anymore?
Yeah, and the colors were wrong too. Oh, I know. How about a squishy red tomato?
I move to strike both your comments from the record.
Justice's character is not the issue here. Now, let's get back to what happened after the far more muscular alderman was impaled. Yes, well, the average person would likely have died on the spot.
Guys, I love this game.
Hold it!
Oh?
Could he really have attacked his attacker after being impaled with a huge spear?
Absolutely! After all, he was once a pro wrestler. The injustice of being drugged, then speared, was answered with a righteous counterattack.
But does being a former pro wrestler make him superhuman?
Absolutely! After all, he was one of the good guys, like a superhero on the side of justice! Even though he was retired, he could still don his superhero guise in times of need.
Objection! You need to lay off the comic books, detective. We're talking about real life here.
Setting aside the half-wit's flights of fancy, the fact is this. The court-ordered post-mortem concluded the victim moved after his skewering.
We found the strength somehow to attack his attacker, huh?
Detective Fulbright's testimony sounds airtight. No wonder he's so confident.
Now, he only thinks it's airtight. It's up to us to poke some holes in it. That part about the alderman fighting back is like a big hole waiting to be poked. With a spear, which he was.
Yeah. My theory is that it's, the no fingerprints.
Yes.
That's my theory.
Because he didn't... He even said there's no time to wipe them off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't have any gloves on the...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then how?
Yeah.
How? The alderman died. How could he have not wiped... In that case, why the no prints? Objection!
No music.
Did the alderman really strike the mayor?
What? Are you questioning my sense of justice?
Uh-huh. Your so-called justice needs to find itself a pair of legs to stand on. You claim the alderman struck back after the mayor put a spear through him, but the statue he's supposedly used to defend himself creates a major hole in your theory.
It would appear that the defense has a counter-argument. Very well, let's hear what the defense thinks is all about the detective statue theory.
There are no fingerprints. There are no fingerprints on this supposedly crucial piece of evidence. If you look at the crime scene photo, you'll notice that the alderman isn't wearing gloves.
Yes, I believe he is quite gloveless indeed.
If he touched the statue with his bare hands, he should have left some fingerprints. Detective Fulbright, you did take that into account during your investigation, didn't you?
Ah! This can't be happening! Did I arrest the wrong man?
You did, Apollo. You knocked Detective Fulbright off his high horse.
Well, it's just 1 point in our favor.
Would you suppose club the major if it wasn't the alderman?
Well, if it wasn't the alderman, that means someone else must have clubbed the mayor.
No shit.
Yeah!
You mean there was a third party there in the Fox Chamber?
Exactly. This could be the big break we've been looking for.
There does seem to be a hole in the prosecution's argument. Prosecutor Blackwell, would you care to respond to the defense's assertion?
The least you could do is look at me while being dismissive.
That
Your
defeats
mind
the
is-
point of being dismissive.
Your mind is as dull as an unhoned blade, Justice Dono. I might,
Justice.
with y'all's permission... Okay, go ahead.
Go on.
I was just gonna say, with y'all's permission, after everybody has been called Dono once, I might change what he calls them, because Dono is overly respectful for what he's calling, like, Apollo, personally, I think. Like, it works for Phoenix. It doesn't work for Athena or Apollo. That's my opinion.
That's fair.
Well, the thing is, they were trying to, like, show that
His
he was
age,
from,
yeah.
Yeah, from samurai time.
Like this, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't they don't call anyone to know for the 150 years, but it's not exactly necessary conveys respect. It's just sometimes the respect is supposed to be there, but just, formally.
Yeah, I don't know. It bugs me, but I was asking with y'all's permission if I may.
Sure. I'm good with that.
Sure.
Also,
Thank you.
Can I just ask, is this his theme?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is also the theme. It's also the
great.
theme on my 2DS right now. Like when I open it up, it plays that.
Justice Dono? He's been watching too many samurai flicks.
It will take far more than that to cut down Simon Blackwell. A whelp such as you has no hope against my superior swordsmanship.
This is a trial, not a sword fight, Professor Blackwell. I don't want to die.
You did it too, Professor Blackwell.
Prosecutor Blackwell.
What have I done?
Like I said, he just gained a PhD in jail. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You're right, I am the professor. While you were training your cords of steel, I studied the blade.
I like that.
There's a perfectly good explanation for the lack of prints on the statue. You might recall that blood-stained cloth found at the scene of the crime. Well, it just so happens that the blood was the mayor's.
When he does that downward thing, you actually see his eye spark, which is quite interesting.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's really neat.
So, what are you getting at?
Hone your mind, boy. Why was there blood on that cloth? Solve that riddle and you shall see that hole you thought we found is but an illusion.
Now, let's see. How was that cloth used? Was it used...
To wrap the statue?
Yeah, that means there'd be no blood. No prints. Maybe the alderman wrapped the statue in the cloth? In short, he wasn't touching the statue directly when he used it to strike back at the mayor.
Precisely. Bully for you, boy.
Oh, it was nothing.
I'm manipulating you too. You just closed the hole for the prosecution.
Huh? I did? Oh, fuck.
Also, how the heck did he do all that while being skewered through?
Right. That a statue wrapped in cloth would leave no fingerprints is as plain as day. And this also proves there are no holes in the theory of the alderman striking back.
Oops.
Oh, Apollo.
Now do you see how dull your mind is?
I'll make sure to sharpen it next time.
A particularly frightening inmate once told me that he always tenderly honed his blade before he went to work, like the samurai of yore.
Samurai? Sounds like more like a homicidal maniac to me.
Actually, he was working in the prison kitchen at the time.
Wait, so the inmate was a murdering samurai prison chef?
Also, how bad do you have to be to scare Simon Blackwell?
It will seem that the victim and his killer were the only ones there after all.
I'm guessing it was Gordon Ramsay then.
I was kind of attached to that hole. Now
Wait,
what?
You
The
were
whole,
what?
that hole in the theory. I was going to attach to that hole.
Sure, Apollo.
Now what?
Apollo, I just thought of something. If they didn't find anyone's fingerprints on the statue, who's to say someone other than the alderman didn't hit the mayor with it?
When I think of that, anybody could have not left prints on it.
Then who, pray tell, struck the mayor with the statue? Please, illuminate us with your wisdom, young lady.
There's only one answer. The real killer.
Prove the existence of this real killer, then. What evidence have you?
Well, I'll give you evidence, alright.
Athena!
Arrogant jerk.
Are you sure about this?
To borrow your words, Apollo, I'm fine. Take a look at this. Look at this photograph.
Every time I do it makes me laugh.
It makes me laugh. Black feathers and tracks, allegedly from a yokai, were found at the scene. I believe they're from the third party who struck the major with that statue.
Is the defense actually suggesting some sort of monster killed the alderman?
That's exactly what I'm suggesting.
Objection!
Objection! No, Athena, you just lost what little credibility we had left.
Sorry. Guess I got carried away.
Mr. Justice, we've no time to deal with objections between members of the defense.
Sorry, Your Honor. It's just this kid's still, well, a kid.
Ow. You meanie! I'm reporting this to Mr. Wright.
I'm telling on you.
Yeah.
Is the court to believe that the feathers and the tracks are from a yokai, as you put it?
No, Your Honor. I believe they are a fabrication. The real killer wants us to believe some sort of monster murdered the alderman.
Interesting. And why do you suppose the killer would do that?
Why indeed?
Mr. Justice, you seem as new to this as your partner is.
Ouch! This I'm not reporting to Mr. Wright.
Hoy, Fulbright, explain to his baldness what these brats are missing. You know, the who and why behind those feathers and tracks.
What? You mean you could explain all that?
Ha ha ha! Our investigative prowess is without equal.
I'm starting to think I chose the wrong profession.
Very well, let's hear about these so-called yokai feathers and tracks.
Witness testimony.
Hey, Athena, does that thing have word? I'm thinking of typing up my resignation there.
Sorry. This entire case enters a one-man's attempt to crush opposition to the municipal merger. Mayor Tenma panicked when the amazing Ninetales helped embolden the protesters. So he stoked the villagers' fears by fabricating a monster. The strange feathers and tracks he planted made it look like a yokai was the killer.
Those feathers... What was that?
My throat got really hoarse, so I
Sorry?
needed a second there.
Yeah.
Those feathers and tracks stoked the villagers' fears?
Absolutely! He knew exactly how to prey on their superstitious minds.
Those feathers only gave weight to the idea that the alderman was slain by a demon. The accursed demon Tenma Taro, that is.
Tenma who?
Tenma Taro, the legendary demon locked away in the village's forbidden chamber. From a young age, the villagers are taught to fear the great black-feathered demon. And thus, they were blinded to other, more plausible explanations.
Hold it! Hold on for a second. Before we start letting our imaginations run wild, isn't there someone else that could be considered a suspect?
Mr. Justice, please explain yourself.
On the day of the incident, there was a special event held at Kyubi Manor. My apologies. And as part of this event, there was someone dressed in the likeness of Tenma Taro. Obviously, this person is a much more likely suspect than any legendary demon.
Objection!
Objection! Dullard, you are playing right into the killer's mind games. Listen here, the feathers and tracks were merely red herrings. The villagers believed the murder to be the work of the real Tenma Taro. However, the police believe that the person in the Tenma Taro suit is the killer. The defendant sought to sow this confusion in order to deflect blame away from himself. However, he was knocked unconscious by the alderman. And thus our mentally deficient mayor was caught red-handed at the scene of the crime.
Objection! Do you honestly believe Mayor Temner would do something so stupid?
Objection!
Objection! The evidence speaks for itself. Fulbright!
Right. It was the mayor's last-ditch effort to stop the opposition before things got crazy. The amazing Ninetales was fueling both the yokai craze and the anti-merger movement. Plus, he's one of the better-known masked wrestlers and the hometown favorite. That's why the mayor panicked and set on the path of injustice.
The people of the Ninetale Vale really believe a yokai is behind the crime?
Yokai sightings are an everyday event there, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
I must say, a crime that preys upon innocent impressionable minds.
Just so, a particularly silver-tongued inmate once had the following words for me. The innocent of heart are the easiest prey.
You don't say? Was this inmate a con artist?
No. He was framed for the murder of his beloved. I actually felt sorry for the poor chap.
Wait, so he wasn't the predator, but rather the prey?
Yes, well. Now then, the defense may proceed with their cross-examination.
Cross-examination, yeah.
Feathers and tracks.
Can I just say I really like Simon's objection?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's very
good
good.
stuff.
Yeah, and also, Kay's version of that objection is so on point.
Yes.
Mwah.
It's very good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Whilst I know, because Kay's been practicing it, haven't you?
yeah.
I actually haven't.
Oh.
This was all, yeah, this is all me remembering, hey, how do you lower your voice again? And then I just did it, so.
Wow.
Yeah, while
That-
we were goofing around, they studied the blade.
That makes it even more impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Go on.
I was just gonna,
Sorry. No, you
go ahead. Virgo first.
Okay, because I'm regarding what we should do. I was curious then, because our line probably would be how he could put all those feathers and tracks if he was knocked unconscious.
That's the key thing. Detective Fulbright, is the anti-merger movement really that strong?
Oh, absolutely! They parade around in yokai costume shouting, "Down with Mayor Tenma!" And just the other day, they stormed Tenma City Hall, claiming it was a den of vipers.
But when the accursed not the word. But when the accused showed his face, accursed works too. The angry mob scattered like leaves on upon an autumn wind.
The accursed accused.
Yeah. For you see, lowly yokai are no match for Tenmataro, the dark lord of their kind.
Wait, are the villagers scared of Mayor Tenma or Temataro? I'm confused.
I think he means Mayor Temner. It's easy to get the wrong impression about the guy.
Detective Fulbright, why do you suppose the defendant will commit such an act?
The amazing Ninetales. No one knows his true identity, right?
That's right. And he was a lone wolf, or in other words, he didn't belong to any wrestling federation. He appeared like a shooting star, defeating one Tenma Town wrestler after another. And before anyone knew it, he was champion.
Like the samurai of yore, surrounded thick with enemies, he cut them down one by one. It was a complete and utter loss of face for the Tenma Town Pro Wrestling.
He was amazing. If ever there was a real superhero, it would be him. I dream of becoming a true champion of justice like him someday.
I bet Detective Fulbright would be a great pro wrestler. He could even team up with Prosecutor Blackwell.
A police detective and a prisoner in chains? You know, I think people would actually pay to see that. I know I would.
Are we talking wrestling now?
Ha ha ha! So you do understand the greatness that is the amazing Ninetales?
Hold it!
Oh.
Did the murder and yokai evidence really stoke the villagers' fears?
Absolutely! It had an immediate effect. The presumed return of the dreaded Tenma Taro has them shaking in their boots. Oh my, is it really that bad?
That superstitious lot. It is as if Jack the Ripper has been set loose in their village. The mere thought of that demon lurking about is enough to spark a mass exodus.
I see. That's a very persuasive argument.
The mere thought of his honor buying into Simon the Psycho who slashes words makes me want to spark my own exodus out of the courtroom right about now.
So you see, there can be only one reason why anyone would plant those feathers and tracks.
Hold it!
Oh.
But it doesn't add up. If what you say is true, why top it off with a murder?
What do you mean?
You claim that our client planted the yokai evidence to stoke the villagers' fears. If so, then why not stop there? Why Moida Ardamon QB?
Excellent point.
Moida.
It is, isn't it? So your honor agrees that there was no reason for the murder, correct?
Objection!
Objection! Perhaps the killing was spur of the moment.
You're saying it wasn't premeditated.
From the outset, I had no intention of paying heed to any of your babble. However, the fact is, the mayor made a startling discovery.
A startling discovery? I like the sound of that.
Alderman QB's secret identity.
Apollo. I think Prosecutor Blackwell has figured out the Alderman's secret identity. But even if he has, why would it be a motive for the Major to commit?
This is not good.
This patch of fur was discovered at the crime scene. It's from the mask worn by the amazing Ninetails. Therefore, we conclude that this mask was at the crime scene.
Oh my, but why would it have been there?
The victim was a former pro wrestler and a member of the anti-merger movement. Need I say more?
Well, could it really be?
Your boldness has had an epiphany, I see. Our victim, Rex QB, was the amazing Ninetails. And the mayor's discovery of such was his motive for murder. Moida.
No!
He can see his shoes. It's got him back.
But he still has no socks.
What a shocking development! A motive clearer than crystal clear.
What are we doing, Apollo?
I didn't think that tied the Alderman's secret identity to the mayor's motive for murder.
At last we reach my real point. Why did the alderman have to forge a secret identity? Does it not pique your interest, your baldness?
I admit it does. It is odd that he had to create another persona. Just to secretly participate in the anti-merger movement.
Very astute of you, your baldness.
Right, now take a look at this. If you vow your dearest life, you will merge Ninetails Vale with Tenma Town. This blackmail letter was found in Alderman QB's pocket.
What?
At present, the alderman's wife is in the hospital. And that letter is clear evidence the mayor was blackmailing him by threatening her life.
Wait, didn't the blackmail letter sent to Mayor Jemba go missing? Right after the Alderman's murder.
Do you think maybe the killer took the letter from the mayor after the murder and planted it on the into the alderman's pocket?
It's possible, but we don't have any proof that that's what happened.
Talk about being up the creek without a paddle.
Mayor Tender would have made a clean getaway if he just left after planting the yokai things.
I swear to God, if you say he would have gotten away with it, if it wouldn't, I'm leaving. I'm out.
But he was knocked out cold by his
He
sudden
would have gotten
decision.
away with it too if it weren't for those meddling kids.
And the
Well,
dumb
that's it. Show's over, guys.
But he was knocked out cold by his sudden decision to kill the amazing Nine Tails. Oh, it was the amazing Nine Tails counterattack that brought this entire climb to light.
Wait a sec. Albright's claiming the mayor killed the alderman after planting the yokai evidence? And that the mayor was knocked out cold immediately after that? Detective Fulbright, please add your previous statement to your testimony.
Mayor Tender killed the sleeping alderman after planting the feathers and tracks.
But then... No, because the feathers are on top of the blood.
Yeah.
Objection! Detective Fulbright, your sense of justice is anything but fair.
What's this? You dare question my justice again?
Yes, and I'm gonna prove it to you. Take a look at this photo.
This is the crime scene photo. And guess what this is proof? It
It
proves that the
crunch.
audio is done
Crunch.
crunchy.
Crunch.
Big old crunch.
Let me just redo up there. Yep, there we go.
Crunch pie.
We're back.
It proves when the feathers and tracks were planted.
But I already told you, they were planted before the murder. The defendant planted the yokai evidence, then was knocked out while killing his victim.
But that would be impossible. If you look right here, it's clear when the feathers and tracks were left at the scene. That is the blood. Come on.
That's nice. Aren't you just pointing to the yokai feathers and tracks, Mr. Justice?
Yeah. See how the feathers are on top of the blood? And the tracks were made in blood? In other words, the yokai evidence could have only resulted after the murder.
Then the mayor must have planted the evidence after killing the alderman.
But you said it yourself. The mayor had been knocked unconscious thereafter. There would have been no time for him to plant any evidence at all. Therefore, there must have been someone else beside the mayor and the alderman at the crime scene.
Ah, there must be some mistake. Order! Order! Where's your evidence? You can't possibly have any, can you? Ha 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 ha!
Evidence? Oh, I have evidence. In fact, I have an eyewitness testimony for you.
You do? But how? Was my rod sense of justice really just half-baked?
Another great animation.
It's cute. He's taking this really hard.
Mr. Justice? What is this testimony regarding a third party that you claim to have?
I have it right here, Your Honor. It's the sworn testimony of Mr. Tenma's daughter. The witness, Jinxie Tenma, saw a yokai in the hallway after stumbling upon the scene. It was the demon Tenma Taro. He is the source of those feathers and tracks.
Oh my god.
Somebody please say something.
No.
So
The defense will explain to the court exactly what he means.
So there's a group who do something that we do where they actually record the episodes and do voices, and it's called Let's Dub Project. And what I love is in this episode they have the voice actor for Phoenix just interject from the lobby every now and then, and at the point where Apollo says, "Would someone please say something?" I think it's that voice that goes, "What the fuck, Apollo?"
That's amazing. I think I've seen that once before. Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
I was trying to find like a good basis for my Simon voice, and then I was looking at like stuff like that at the Let's Dub Project, but I didn't like their Simon voice. So I didn't watch much.
Yeah, I mean, some of the voices are hit and miss. To be fair, I think a lot of their voice acting is great. There's just a couple of characters that stand off. Simon, I agree, was a bit too deep. But that's just, yeah.
It was a bit like weirdly raspy. It made him sound old.
Yeah, which...
That was my opinion.
Interpretation.
Hello, Simon Blackquid. I'll be working
Not that
quickly
bad.
against you today.
Yeah, he's 28. He does not need to sound old.
You dare mock this court and justice itself? You're unfit to bear your name, boy.
Your baldness, it appears our defense attorney here is delirious from exhaustion.
Hold it! Apollo, think of something, quick, before you're held in contempt of the court.
What do you think I'm trying to do? But before you decide whether I should step down, please, hear me out.
Hear me out, question mark?
Very well, Mr. Justice. I'm all ears, but you had better explain yourself well. What was this yokai you were talking about?
It's all in the statement here. Jinxie Tenma asserts that she saw Tenma Taro after she discovered the crime scene and called the police. She came around a corner in the hall. It was around here. And she saw Tenma Taro fleeing toward the foyer. The defense asserts that whoever was impersonating this monster is the one who left those feathers and tracks behind, intentionally or otherwise.
What? How incredibly unjust! Why haven't I heard about this before?
Mayor's McKilla?
Someone else. Was also up. Prosecutor convicted the fellow too.
Paul, moment shifted in our favor.
Good. Now let's keep it that way.
Objection!
Objection!
Oh dear.
There was the dramatic one with it, where it spells it out. Little do you realize that though you are in the midst of a fray, your sword is broken.
First was me, Dio.
My sword? I didn't know I had one to break. Are you implying there's a problem with my claim?
Consider this, if that yokai impersonator had indeed fled toward the foyer, that fool and that fop would have seen him.
Fool and fop? Oh, you mean Filch and LaBelle. Now that you mention it.
Both Phineas Filch and Florent LaBelle were in the foyer at the time. They haven't stated that they saw a yokai, have they? Did you ever consider that yokai was but a figment of the scared little girl's imagination?
Why didn't those two see Tenma Taro, the Tenma Taro impersonator pass by?
Why don't we ask them? Also, can I just say, this game is acting as if none of the previous people have ever been in disguise before. It's amusing.
I was just about to say that myself. No, really, I was.
Sure you are, Apollo.
The defense would like to call Mr. Phineas Filch, caretaker of QB Manor, to the stand. I just know he must have seen something.
I suppose we can't ignore the fact that the little girl believes she saw a monster. I trust you have no objections to Mr. Justice's request, Prosecutor Agwell. I understand that Mr. Filch is enjoying a nap out in the lobby.
Oh, I knew that Tanuki was a rare find. But when we captured him, I didn't think he'd end up a witness. Do with him as you will.
Did he just say captured? No, wait. I don't want to know.
Very well then. Bailiff, please go wake Mr. Filch and escort him to the witness stand.
Yes, sir. He stole my monster.
Will the witness state his name and occupation, please?
The name's Finch. Phineas Finch. Caretaker, QB Manor.
Filch.
Filch.
Finch to me.
It's fine.
Filch. Oh, and this is for you, your lordship. Just a little something I thought you might like.
Oh my, what a fabulous pair of shoes! And Your Honor will do just fine, Mr. Filch.
It's those shoes again.
Don't they belong to Detective Fulbright?
Don't tell me Filch stole them again.
They're all yours, your honorship, sir.
What?
Yeah.
They seem awfully expensive.
Yep. Too expensive for me. But I reckon they'll be perfect for someone like your honorship.
Also, that's assuming they have the same shoe size.
It's a kind gesture, but legal ethics dictate I can't accept such gifts.
Ah, ethics schmethics. I'll take him if you want him. Just take him if you want him. Polish him up real nice for you, too.
I'm sorry about the shoes, Mr. Filch, but I will accept your testimony. The court would like to hear whether you saw Tembataro in the foyer after the murder.
I like Filch. He's a good character.
He's a good character, yeah.
Witness
Also,
testimony.
he filched those shoes as he passed by Fulbright on the way.
I still love that the idea of like just whoop, he just takes the shoes and how does Fulbright not notice?
Yeah.
I love the idea that the detective doesn't notice his shoes are getting stolen right off his feet.
Liz, I was half expecting them to be a slightly different pair of shoes, and he'd actually gone and nicked the judges.
Yeah, initially I thought so too. I thought Jed would say, they look like the kind I enjoy.
At the time of the murder, I was on guard duty in the foyer, just like Mr. QB asked. I was making sure no one, fair, foul, fishy, or otherwise, could get to our guest. I was still in my office keeping a good watch when the murder happened after 3 p.m. But I didn't see anything out of the ordinary, no siree!
That yokai you keep jabbering on about was but a phantom of a little girl's dreams.
So you're telling this court you never saw anyone dressed up like Tembataro?
Yep, I was guarding the whole time. That's the truth, the holy truth, the nut button, the nutter butter of the truth. And Tembataro, bah, you don't really believe all that yokai mumbo jumbo, do you? I certainly don't.
My bracelet. It's
Something the matter?
my bracelet keeps squeezing my arm.
Sounds uncomfortable. Really? So you think Mr. Filch has been lying to us?
I wouldn't rule it out. Now, if I could just zero in on a tell, some sort of nervous habit. What is that? What's a hawk doing in here?
It's more a falcon.
Allow me to introduce my trusty cohort, Taka,
Oh dear.
which is Japanese for hawk.
He
seems to-
No, it's just I really like this character and I also really like birds. So
What was that, Shadow?
It
Never
looks
mind.
more. It looks more like a falcon, but I mean, hard to say. Some hawks might look like it's a bit big for a falcon, but I guess there might be no falcons in Japan though. So
I don't know, actually.
There's like a couple different options for what it might be.
Mm.
I personally think would go with like one of the 3 options that the wiki presents, which is the Japanese sparrowhawk.
Ooh.
I believe that's what it's called. But like, there's like the wiki's like, there's these 3 things it could be based on these things, and I'm like, I like that one.
that's
it's a very cute bird.
Yes.
It is.
What
Could
did-
be Sparrowhawk. Does look similar to the ones in the UK.
Yeah, could be.
Could be.
And there's the British background, I forget as well. Well, the British accent-ish, kind of, maybe.
Well,
possibly.
That is added in the in the American translation, so in the localization, so that's not original to
All right.
like because in the Japanese version he's strictly a samurai. There's no other shit going on. I mean, yes, but yeah.
He doesn't live with you, you know, in jail. Who's ever heard of a courthouse bird?
Wait, can you look at the thing?
It's a jailbird.
I think I missed a line. Can we look at the thing? Yeah. Okay, he seems to take quite liking the courthouse made his new home. In fact, okay, now that makes more sense. Never mind. Sorry. Talk simply loathes trickery and fraud. And that queer power of yours seems to have offended my dear bosom buzzard.
I'll have you know, I wield that queer power. I'd have you know, sir. This isn't some sort of trick up. I'll be able to spot squat like this.
Well, what the heck's going on around here? Run for the hills!
No pets or other animals allowed in the courtroom.
I'm out of here.
No. Look at it sit.
Ah, somebody help! It's going to poop on me.
Oh, he's merely having a bit of sport. He won't harm you, save when truly famished.
In that case, I prosecute Blackwell. You will ensure your favorite friend is properly fed.
Looks like we have to do this the old-fashioned way.
We'll be fine, I think. There was someone dressed as Tenma Taro there. Filch should have seen him. We'll just have to put our faith in Jinxie's statement for now.
Mr. Justice, please proceed with your cross-examination.
I was just sitting there.
Yeah.
So cute.
It's cute.
Yeah.
It's especially cute when it's scratching itself.
Cross-examination? Yeah.
I actually think the beginning of Filch's cross-examination is a nice place for us to call it for the night. It's
Fair
8
dues.
minutes early, but I think I think it's going to take more than 8 minutes to get through this segment. So I think it's better if we just
Absolutely.
come back fresh next time. Yeah, we had a bit of issues this week, but we have.
That's fair. We just end on me having a moment for Simon Blackwell. It's fine.
No, I love it. I love it. I love Taka. Absolutely love Taka.
Yes,
the whole
it's
thing.
such a cute bird.
So
That, and if I close my eyes, I don't think I'll open them again. So I really.
yeah, yes. Right then, guys. So we're going to be returning next week once again to continue with the Monstrous Turnabout, which will probably get some good progress in. Maybe even get a blind state of finishing it. We'll probably finish it in a couple of more episodes. So I hope to see you all next time. In the meantime, I'm doing some streaming on Monday. In fact, I'll be playing with Buddy Games, and I'm not sure what we'll be playing. There might be some Ape Escape related stuff going on, but Black plans may change. And I'm doing an extra stream on Tuesday, which will be Castlevania Area of Sorrow.
Nice.
Now, let's go through this one by one. Does anyone else have anything going on?
I do not, but oh no, we are just raided.
Oh, where's this raiding? Oh, God. You picked a time to raid. Right at the end. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Raiders.
Hi, Raiders.
We were literally just finishing up our night stream. It's fine. We'll pop everyone across to someone else. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello, Goron. What time do you call this? I call this nearly 10:30, which is our finishing time.
I call this my eyes hurt. Let me go to bed.
Yeah, streaming. Yeah, go on.
Before I consider this. Oh, hi, weird.
Hi, weird.
I was gonna say I'm really proud of everyone's like pronunciation and like acting today. It was very good.
Fantastic.
What time do you call this, Ibaki and the Catchian?
I call it our streaming
It's
time.
called your raid is late time.
Yes.
You're not usually up at this hour.
No,
You like me getting really into it.
No. It's we've shifted our things back an hour, so we start at 7:30 and go until 10:30. It's our thing.
Oh,
now.
okay, good.
But also, yeah, you're late. You're late by about an hour.
I did stream an hour later as well, so I just did 4 hours. It's good fun.
You know, a weird is never late, Frodo Baggins.
Oh goodness!
Poor MR headset is being yeeted around different streams apparently.
It's a fun opportunity I have for anybody who's listening to be like, if you just come from my raid, follow, damn it! This is a lovely bunch of peeps.
Yes, we've been doing silly voices
lovely.
in Ace Attorney as we do every Saturday evening, so it's been fun.
As I have also partaken in as well. It's good.
Yes, you were.
You have a gun.
Yeah.
You have a gun.
We have a running joke thanks to you.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing all about it.
You have a run in joke going on.
I have a run gag.
Ocean's a streamer. We'll show everyone Ocean's. Ocean's a good.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for the follow there, Mr. Headset. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Good
All right.
headset.
Well,
Also, I do quickly want to say before we go anywhere, I might do a birthday stream Monday, but I'm not sure what I'm going to play. So maybe.
Yeah.
yeah.
Go and follow drifting
Yeah,
light. Do it.
Drifting Light. And anyone else got anything streaming this week? Lemming.
I will be streaming whenever my work schedule allows, basically.
Anyone else got any streaming stuff going on? Not you, Whit.
I may stream if I feel like it.
On a Sunday, I may return to Ghost Trick, but who knows?
I also have my regular stream on Wednesday at 7:30 p.m.
Ooh. You probably want to drop your links or some sort of mention in chat just so people know where to go.
Sure.
Yeah,
I guess.
just go blurg or something.
Is it so drifting light?
They do it for me. Thanks.
So there we go.
Thank God. Thank you.
There you go. Follow those peeps as well. There's a good bunch of peeps.
Yes.
Regardless, we'll see you all over Ocean Stream, and we're just going to keep it simple. Just a simple objection will be the great phrase, as always.
I don't think I've got to say that yet.
No, you haven't.
I will not be saying it now.
Are we off? Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye. He's playing Apex.
Indeed.
Oh, dear me. Well, that was a stream.
That was so fun. I had a blast.